I got my scarf, got my old coat. I got a 40 game to go to. 40's on, 40's here again. Back to greet me like an old friend. And well, that's the thing about, that's what I like about. Yeah, that's the thing about football. I'll meet a friend outside the ground. We'll argue over who's gonna win. He'll go for his team, I for mine. We'll watch him slug it out right to the end. And show me the crowd and I'll take my place. I'm hungry for the taste of it. And well, that's the thing about, that's what I like about. Yeah, that's the thing about football.
Well, spring has sprung, and that means it's semi-final time in the Hills Football League Division 1 A-Grade 2022 season. Good afternoon, everyone. Jeff Bastole on the call. The Wilds team perched high atop the Ferrari stand at the Radler Ovals. We get set to bring you all the action of the second semi-final, featuring Hahndorf and Lobethal here on Filming Footy. Keen rivals, and the Hahndorf Magpies seeking to move directly into an 8th successive grand final, while the Tigers will be aiming to repeat their upset of the 2020 second semi-final between the two teams. And as usual, all the statistical slant on today's game. Besides me, none better than the Duke of Disposals. Welcome, Jaden J. Hill.
Geez, thanks, Pistols. Great to be here. Should be a cracking contest. The average margin between Hahndorf and Lobethal in finals is 28. So we're playing 13 finals between the two teams, and Hahndorf winning the head-to-head count 9-4. So yeah, should be a great game.
And of course, as he does every week for our community football coverage, ace Filming Footy producer Tommy Hills is with us once again. And today doing the camera work is Brandon, so we welcome them once again. As usual, big thanks to our worldwide call of the Wild Stream media sponsors, Filming Footy, Sports Interactive, Dartfish, HFL sponsors, of course, Police Credit Union, West End Sports Power, Sharon Footballs, the Courier Newspaper, Rossdale Homes and MAC. While, of course, Jade, special mention for Closey Supermarkets, who are exclusively sponsoring our live stream of the HFL Finals Series, together with associate support from Sportal, an SA company leading the world in the field of scoreboard technology systems. Now, actually the fifth meeting of the clubs in the second semi-final since the formation of the HFL in 1967, Jaden.
Yep.
And in that count, Lobethal interestingly 3-2, and as mentioned, they won the previous 2020 meeting together in 1985 and 1997. And Hahndorf won in 1998 and 2000, but as you said, 9-4 in favour in overall finals, Jaden.
Yes, exactly, and it was a great game in 2020. It was Lobethal's third quarter, I believe, that really opened the game up, so when they were able to hold on by 8 points. So hopefully we get that sort of contest today, Pistols.
And amazingly, hard to think about it, Hahndorf coach Matt Golding, who has actually been reappointed for next year as well, so that'll be 6 seasons for next year, but there's 5 seasons. that 2020 semi-finals only loss he's had in the major rounds.
Yes.
Plus, one in the minor rounds.
Yes.
2 in the minor rounds.
Yeah, so...
Barker and Blackwood, I think,
Yes. Yeah, obviously lost Blackwood early in the year, but the every time they played in the second semi-final, they've won the first quarter. So every time since 2010 they played in the second semi, they've actually won the first quarter. So it'll be interesting to see if Lobethal can get a good start and overrun Hahndorf in the first quarter. So there we go.
Now, as we said here at the Radler Oval, in the, what would you say, the Market Garden basin of the Adelaide Hills, amongst the cabbage patches, and reserves second semi at the moment. Hahndorf defending premiers 9-10, leading Mount Lofty 4-3, 10 minutes into the final term. And not bad conditions here, Jane. We've had 4 seasons already being Radler. We've had a touch of rain, bit of drizzle, but at the moment, as I said during the later stages of the reserves game, the sun is out and quite pleasant conditions. The ground looking in very good condition. Once again, as we said last week, bit of inclement weather has been around the hills the last few weeks, so a few ovals have been chopped up, but here at Radler, not looking too bad. Yeah,
credit to the ground staff here in great conditions, and like you said, we had a little bit of rain earlier on, about 3/4 of an hour ago, but yeah, looking right now, and hopefully the rain stays away for a great game of footy.
Yeah, that would have been a bit disastrous for you, mate, getting the nicely coiffured hair a little bit wet. Did it go curly on?
Yeah, I was going to say, well, when I do the post-match interview, I'll have to wear the beanie pistols.
Yes, that's right.
No, see how we go. Hopefully the rain stays away today.
For next season, the dartfish water balaclava type thing.
Yes.
Keep it warm.
Yes.
Anyway, as we said, good crowd in the house here, and why not? And of course, the start of another very big weekend of footy, of course, on Call the Wild. Second semi-final today. And of course tomorrow we'll be at Balhanna Oval, Jade, for the knockout elimination final, featuring of course Mount Barker and Uradler.
Yes, that'll be a great game. They've played 10 finals against each other since 2010, so that'll be a great contest between the two teams.
And we'll be bringing you updates throughout the afternoon today, because it's preliminary final day in Country Division. Of course, Meadows and Kangarilla going head-to-head, 2 arch rivals there, for the right to advance to next week's grand final, which is, of course, will be against Gumaraka. So, as we said, for the best in Hills footy, as each and every week during the season, stay here on the Call of the Wild with you on filming footy. So, we might just quickly have a look at the teams for the the semi-final. It's got qualifying final, actually the second semi-final. Some of the new terminology they use today, but it is the second semi, so the winner goes straight to the big dance. Because a few ducks and drakes, I think, been played by a few teams, and the final selection, we probably won't know them fully until they actually run out, but just going through the Hahndorf side there, because Hahndorf having the rest last week after finishing minor premier, just the one loss for the season, Jaden, as we alluded to, against Blackwood. So it'll be interesting to see, not listed there at the moment, but number 3, Sam Hayden, whether he plays. Of course, vice captain, suffered a wrist injury in round 15, hasn't played since. So I believe has got the cast off. So whether they're thinking of taking a risk with him today, or if they do win, go through to the big dance, which is extra time for them, or in fact if they lose next week, the sudden death situation, so they'll play in there. But just running through the side there, Jade, some of the players you think worth looking at today?
Well, Cooper Hoff, number 32, he's scored 16 goals in the last 5 matches. He's been really good for them this year. So 44 goals for the season, with Cooper Niekamp 42 goals. So they've been great.
Double prong attack, hasn't it?
Yes, and obviously, their next leading goal kicker, Daniel Zander, with 16. So, and you got the reliable Ben Salt as well with 19 goals. So still a great lineup for Hahndorf.
Of course, their defence has been, I think they had the best points scored against, with the lowest tally, of course. And you look at the GOAT, just gets better, doesn't he? Scott Perling, 6-time premiership player. And of course, him and Daniel Roberts, number 10, who's the acting captain, depending if Sam Hayden doesn't play. Both going for 7 flags. A remarkable achievement by those guys. So Hahndorf, as you can see, last premiership 2021. They've actually won the last 4 under Matt Golding. So a pretty powerful lineup, as we'd expect each week from the Magpies. So if we switch across and have a look at Lobethal, as we said. These aren't the finalised sides, but the I can say a rumour is that their skipper Alex Giorgio, number 12, will be missing from an injury sustained last week, and also I believe number 16 Mitch Jenkin, who's been a dashing defender centre half back this season, and reigning best and fairest might also be missing from injuries picked up last week in the victory in the qualifying final against Mount Barker, Jade.
Yeah, well, he was massive last week, Mitchell Jenkin. Obviously, in the last quarter, Mount Barker were on the go, and he was sort of one of those defenders that was holding him up a little bit. So that'll be a massive out if that's the case, Pistols.
And also, I think Ben Pring, there's a bit of a pre-match word that he mightn't take his place either, number 39. Ben Pring, who's kicked 16 goals for the season. But when you look at their goal kicking, as we looked at Hoff and Niekamp for the Magpies, because Mitch Carter was 61. I think he finished runner-up in the goal kicking minor rounds. Because Mitch Grigg with 34, pretty good for a midfielder, Jaden, just
pretty handy.
Forward. So then we come down to Cooper Skinner and Matt Fuller and Collins 16, 16 and 15, and Peter Bantner with 14. So bit of an even spread, but obviously Carter, the main key point, kicked 4 last week in that win over Mount Barker.
And as you said, Pistols, number 25, Jake Maxwell, hasn't played too much footy this year. He was actually really good last week for Lobethal as well. He's a great addition going forward as well. Along with Ben Pring, and for Lobethal's sake, hopefully he's still in the team. So, but yeah, it all rests on Carter as well to kick those goals for Lobethal.
And obviously in these conditions, the centre clearances will be very important, Jade and Jay. And I know we'll be replaying it at half time. You had a bit of a pre-match talk to one of your good mates, because Jimmy Braidwood, who of course got the beanie last week as the most effective player in that qualifying final win. But he's got a big job today against probably the you'd like to say the Premier Ruckman. He's been around for so long. Daniel Roberts, because experienced down at Woodville West Torrens Eagles, also at Spock. So the big man just carries the ruck duties. But you'd expect that Jimmy Braidwood, and also I reckon for a bit of a chop out, Cooper Skinner might be used by the Tigers.
Yeah, I won't give too much of the interview away, but yeah, he said one of his toughest opponent is from Hahndorf. So look, he said he's
spoiler alert.
Yeah, he said I won't spoil it too much, but he said he's really looking forward to the contest, and it should be a great contest, and see how they go. So it'll be interesting. All
right, we're inside nearly the last 3 minutes here. Hahndorf 9-13. Looks like they're going to move through to the grand final unless Matt Lofty get a move on. They're 6-3, so 28-point margin at this stage with 3 minutes to go in favour of Hahndorf. So the Magpies actually lost the last minor round game, which doubled as the Courier Cup.
Yep.
Jaden to Mount Lofty. So the Devils did well, won last week. But it looks like the Magpies will have their measure and move through to another grand final. They've got a pretty good record too. They said the A grade going for 5 in a row. The reserves have won a 3 at least.
Yeah. Obviously beat Achunga when Achunga finished top in 2020.
Yes.
It wasn't beat Mount Barker after.
Yeah, last kick, to Sam Hill.
Sammy Hill, yeah. So, they've got a pretty good record in the B grade Hahndorf. Just a great unit all round, really.
It just shows you the depth of the club, as you said. And of course, last year they won the C grade flag as well. They won all 3. As seeing a shot here from Austin Dawes for the Devils. It's drifted offline towards the primary school end of the ground. But at the moment, Jaden, brilliant conditions here. As I said, spring has sprung, and the first Saturday of spring, and they've turned on the weather here, even at Uraida, which is a bit notorious for being a little bit inclement at times.
Or like I said before, there's a bit of rain, but it's great to see the sun's out at the moment, and hopefully it stays that way. So, it'd be interesting to see if it does stay.
Good crowd in the house, as we said. Great support for community football finals, both days last week, the Saturday and the Sunday as well. So, just your thoughts, Jade. Who do you favour to move through to the grand final, and who will face the winner of tomorrow's game?
Well, I feel like if Lobethal play like they did in the first half, they're a pretty good chance against Hahndorf. But it's just, it was a bit concerning. Like the last quarter last week, Lobethal dropped off massively, and they were held goals in the last term, which is only the 3rd time this season they've been held goals in the last quarter. So, look, if Lobethal play like they did, especially in the second quarter, they're a big chance against Hahndorf. So, like you said, some key outs for Hahndorf as well. So, and maybe some key outs for Lobethal. But, I reckon if Lobethal play like they did in the second quarter, they're a red-hot chance against the reigning premiers.
And, of course, during the week, the male medal counts taking place in Hills Football League. Congratulations to Sam Hanna. Back-to-back medals in the country division from the Gumaraka Football Club. And, of course, you were there, and I believe just rubbing shoulders with some of the elite people, politicians, high-ranking league officials. Just take us through the Division 1 count.
I was going to say, when you hang out with Ben Goldfinch, you hang out with the big guns. So
we'll hear from Goldie shortly.
Yes, we will. But yes, it was a great night, and well done to Samuel Callens and Sam Hanna. And so the first five matches that Callens actually polled in, there were 3 votes. The whole
best on grounds.
Yes, best on grounds. So
first 5.
So his first 5 matches that he polled in.
Yeah, so 15 votes.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
So he polled in 10 of the 18 games, so well done to Samuel Callens. I spoke to him last night, and so well done to him. Well done to Mount Barker as well. Great all-round team effort. Obviously going up the ladder this year as well. So well done.
There you go. As we said, you rub shoulders, politicians, league officials, medalists. It's got it all happening there, Jaden, Jay. We did mention last week about the improved performance by Mount Barker. Was finishing the spoon last year and finishing in the top 3 this year. You'll probably hear in the background as we're in the Ferrari stand here at Uradler, the end of the reserves game, and Hahndorf proceeded through to the grand finals. They've done so often in recent times in the reserves, so they've won 9-13-67 to Mount Lofty 6-4-40, so 27-point margin in favour of the Magpies, Jade. And interesting enough, Mount Lofty kicked the first 2 goals of the game.
Yeah, right, so well done to Hahndorf. Obviously, Mount Lofty were up and about from the last 2 outings, obviously beating the Magpies in the last minor round to, like you said, take home the Curie Cup, and then good win against Mount Barker last week. So well done to Hahndorf to stop the Devils' momentum there.
Fantastic. And as we said, we're here from Uradler Oval for the second semi-finals. We welcome on board our listeners through Lofty FM. Trust you enjoy our call this afternoon as we go around the ground. And we can tell you that Kangarilla Reserves have won the early counter out there at the preliminary final. So Kangarilla are into consecutive country division reserves grand finals. They actually were minor premier. Got through last year and actually lost the game.
Yes.
So they lost the second semi last week to Ironbank. So they've earned a grand final rematch. And of course, next week, because you're looking excited about that, all the action from the Division 2, country division grand final will be right here on Filming Footy.
Yes, Goldie and I will be heading out to Macclesfield. So it should be a great day, and be interesting to see if it's a Gummaraka and Kangarilla A-grade grand final. So, as I said, Kangarilla, they went out in straight sets last year. So, it'll be interesting to see if they can get over Meadows.
The A's in as well. So
yes, and obviously we were at Meadows for Kangarilla Meadows this year. Pistons,
yes, very good game of footy.
Yes, and Kangarilla were too good. So, it should be a great week next week, and looking forward to it.
Nothing like it finals week, and as we said, you'll catch it all here on the Call of the Wild through Filming Footy, and of course our good friends Closey's and also Sportal bringing it all to you. So balmy 9 degrees at the moment, Jaden, here at Uradler, as the sun has disappeared a little bit behind the clouds, but at the moment clear skies, touch of blue, so hopefully no rain to speak of. And as I said, looking very much forward to a good game of footy between the two sides that have probably been tipped as the leading contenders throughout the season to be involved in the big game, but at the end of the month. But first of all, they're going to go through the preliminaries, so to speak. So just see if we can pick up some of the changes to the two sides that are out there at the moment as they're warming up.
Yeah, you can see
it out there. No Giorgio, that's for sure. No Benny Pring. And for Hahndorf, we're just surveying there. Looks like Sam Hayden is not out there. Jack Kleeman. Hopgood. So Daniel Roberts will be officiating the touring cost in the centre of the ground. And Matt Fuller will be the acting skipper this afternoon, the absence Alex Giorgio. Because Mick Taylor, Travis Barr and Andrew Holmes are the men in charge. It's Mick Taylor in his final, second semi-final umpiring gig in the Hills. It's tossed the coin. We're bringing the news. Daniel Roberts has won the toss for the Magpies, so we'll kick to the left of the screen or left of your dial on 88.9 FM.
Yep.
And of course, Uradler Primary School end will be favoured for the Tigers. Not much of a breeze out there, wandering around earlier, so pretty good conditions here.
Yeah, good conditions for footy. I'm just looking at the Lobethal warm-up. Number 7, I don't believe you have a number 7 on the team sheet, do you? Oh, yep, Josh Sewer. So He's out there, so yeah, like you said, no Giorgio, no Pring out there for the Tigers.
And Mitchie Jenkins as well. So their key, two of their key defenders missing. Well, the Squid and yeah. So interesting to see how the Tigers will stand up.
Yeah, I
against
reckon.
the pair here, particularly Hoff and Nijkamp, who probably take the two best defenders in the opposition. And of course, they're missing here this afternoon for the Tigers.
So interesting to see how Lobethal set up behind the ball. So
interesting. All right, we might take a quick break for a sponsorship, and we'll be back here for the first bouts here. You're on the Call of the Wild second semi-final day in the Adelaide Hills. Okay, back here live at your Adelaide Oval on the Call of the Wild through filming footy and all in readiness for the second semi-final, because Hahndorf taking on Lobethal for the right to advance directly into the big dance in a couple of weeks' time. And, well, as usual, alongside me to call the proceedings is the man of integrity, Benny Goldfitch. G'day, Benny.
Pistols, no, looking forward to this one, especially in the midfield. Aidan Riley, Mitch Grigg, up against Troy Parker-Bors. Also in there, Braden Hopgood. Is that Joel Parker-Bors in the middle as well? Yes, it is. So that'll be fun. And Dan Roberts, head-to-head versus James Braidwood. And as JJ Hill said, he had a chat to him. We'll play that at half-time, but he's got to deliver today in the second semi-final.
Okay, we're underway. Be Braidwood against Experience and Roberts. Roberts gets it down. Bairton, dispossessed. Already Riley at ground level, shuffles it out. Good attack on the ball there from our man Nicky Ingram, one of our favourites.
And of course, Lobethal's only male medalist, or one of them, Pistols, Andrew Kleeman, his two sons playing today for Hahndorf.
Yes, that just shows how things can change the footy. So, loose ball out here. Leading in the race for the ball is Collins. Good tackle applied on him. Good pressure already coming through the agency of Joel Parker-Bowles, who takes the free kick right in front of a broadcast spot here in the Ferrari stand.
Yep, back this year at the Magpies after playing at Sturt. Kick inside 50. Luke Roberts, one-hander. That's one of the early closing supermarket marks of the day. Kicked long, strong inside 50, looking for Xander. Usually dangerous in these situations, but that's punched through for a minor score. What a sensational start by Luke Roberts with the one-hander.
Yeah, just stuck out the Duke.
Of course, brought up his 200th earlier in the season, and his brother Daniel a couple of weeks ago to 150.
Spent a bit of time sunning himself in France.
Have a little look at the replay here. The old one arm. Yeah. Thanks for coming. Left arm, beautiful.
His father was more known for the big hangers, John Roberts, but his son doing it one-handed there. So ball comes out in front of the pavilion. Leaper there is Stafford. Did he control the ball? The academy boy right on the line. Signals touch so long. Of course, Jordan Crisp, Andrew Lawless and Chade Yarsi doing the boundaries. And Reece Williams, so 4 today, and Alan Christian and Chris Tanner in goal.
Braidwood versus Luke Roberts now. Nil-all draw. Mitch Grigg going in there. So is the mulletless Stafford. Gets it to Peter Bampton. Centre wing, Joel Leake. Put up the mitts, dropped the mark. Perling, the goat, went one way then the other, looking for 7 premierships with Hahndorf along with Dan Roberts. And he finds a short pass from Troy Parker-Bors, Rodney Maynard medalist as the Eastern Zone rep side.
So, high kick forward in the 50. Braidwood up high, here's a chance, it's threading his way, it's Nijkamp. Clever little snap around the corner.
Beautiful.
Brings up full points, so 2 minutes in, Hahndorf already Their forwards imposing, so we talked about them pre-match. Hoff and Nykamp. Well, Nykamp with his first on the board. Hahndorf one, Lobethal yet to get on the board.
Started here, Pistols, centre wing, Perling, just a bit of composure. Jaden.
Cheers, thanks guys. Yeah, 2 inside 50s for Hahndorf already. Obviously none for Lobethal. 5 kicks to 2. So yeah, great start by Nykamp and the Magpies.
Variety in the middle. Bampton, Peter Variety, James Braidwood, Riley, Mitch Gregg, Troy Parker-Bors, Dan Roberts, Braden Hopgood and Joel Parker-Bors. So umpire Mick Taylor throws it up. Roberts won that one. Goes in, Braden Hopgood. Here's Dan Roberts, the captain at the moment with Sam William injured. Kicked forward by Joel Parker-Bors, true centre forward. Timmy Jenkin, good work, managed to control it against Xander. Gets it to Cooper Luke. Shows plenty of toe usually on that wing. Kicks it out towards the boundary line. Nice gather. That was sensational by Ben Salt. Tried to get a lace out past the Hoff, but it's cut off there. Half back line by Matty Fuller.
So Matt Fuller, acting captain today, puts it wide across, looking for a man out here in Collins, but the ball was dropped short. The mark taken here for the Pies, quickly goes in. Board is Fuller again. Tries to scoop it forward, follows up. Good second effort, goes to ground. Under pressure down, I think he'll win a free kick too high by Luke Roberts. So right on the edge of the 50-metre arc.
That was Pedler, Pistols.
Pedler?
Forward. Yep. Matty Fuller, centre half back. So good start by Hahndorf, just putting the foot down early, as they did in that Courier Cup final with a couple of goals from Cooper Hoff. Today, though, it's Cooper Nykamp. Tim Jenkin, half back flank. Slow build up here from the Tigers. Kick along the outer side wing. Dan Roberts will set himself here. Almost took the mark, brought it down to Nick Ingram. He kicks the ball forward. Here's another Roberts. Luke, the Sheriff, 1-on-1 contest. Good work from the Sheriff, managed to control it. Goes to handball, coming in with Pedler. Gets some support from Luke Roberts, outside of the boot, check side. Dangerous position, good overhead mark by Cooper Hoff. One of the players of the season for the Magpies in that forward line.
Yes, that's what, yeah, Jaden Jay and I discussed his kick 44 for the season, their leading goal kicker. But just what's impressed me, not even in early stages here, Benny, but in the times we've seen Hahndorf this season, their forwards, the ability to work hard defensively when the ball's in the area, and just the pressure there force that turnover. Just weighted numbers against Elliott. So here's Hoff, the opportunity for his first of the afternoon. It said 44 on the board. Be right behind him.
Yep,
beautiful
just
kick.
That in. Beautiful. 5 minutes gone. Hahndorf 2-1. Nykamp Hoff. Lobethal yet to get the ball past Zenner, basically. J.J. Hill.
Yeah, you're right, Goldie. So what's that? 11 kicks to 6, 4 inside 50s for 2 goals. So pretty efficient at the moment, Hahndorf. Yeah, like you said, Lobie just can't get it past halfway. Ben Salt, pretty versatile, pretty reliable. He cut it off. So well done to him and well done to Hahndorf on a great start here.
So back in the centre will be Braidwood against Roberts. The Magpies, very good start to this game. So up they go. Roberts brings it down. Here's Braidwood, follows up, gets a boot forward. So first inside 50 for the Tigers. Bouncing ball at the top was Leake. Supported by Perling. Gets out to Mail. Plenty of experience there. Mail goes to outer wing. Target there is Nykamp. Got his hands to it. Batting up is Fuller. Goes to ground level. Umpire Barr says play on. Ball comes out the back to Xavier Parker-Bowles. Arches the back, goes bang inside 50. Lukey Roberts is the target. Meanwhile, the whistle's gone. I think you'll find holding on against James Elliott. So it will be the Sheriff to relieve this attack. The game a little bit sore. An injury from last week, but the Sheriff out there laying down the law in defence for the Tigers.
So 6 minutes gone. Lobethal under the pump. Mitch Gregg takes the mark from the Sheriff. Tigers dominant in the first half last week against Mount Barker, and then the second half the Roos hit back strong. Lee and reduced it to within a couple of goals. I'll cut off once again. That's happened twice now. Peter Bampton and Matt Fuller with the kicks. Kicked forward by Joel Parker-Bowles. Nykamp put up the 1 mid over the back. Oh, Giorgio's around the action. He is there, so they're playing some interest. Okay, Timmy Jenkin takes the mark, half-back flank, or a free kick. Tigers just need to settle into this one. Timmy Jenkin, game number 200 against the Raiders. Braidwood takes the mark, settling it down. Half-time chat with J.J. Hill. Good chat, that one. Kick towards the wing. He's going to make Cooper Skinner earn this one against Luke Roberts and decides to use the boundary as his friend.
An interesting ploy there, whether it's a milestone game for Matt Fuller, Benny, but Fuller did take the toss. Where the captain, Giorgio, maybe they're just hiding him to make the fact that he wasn't playing. I don't know. Anyway, ball comes here to Parker Bowles. Jolverod, he's wrapped up in a good tackle by Fuller. Comes here to Hopgood. Gets the ball out wide. First get to be Mitch Grigg. A bit of a fend off there to Hopgood. Ball comes back out there. Great hands by Xander. Gets the run of Parker Bowles. Jolverod, clever vision. Looks for Roberts. Bouncing ball. Once again lurking is Pedler. 2 against 1 there, and weighted numbers in the Sheriff Elliott puts him over the boundary line, then gives him a little bit to go on with
Trying to
the
rough him
behind
up.
post.
Made his debut this year in the A grade.
Very
Pedler,
impressive.
and
Yeah.
very, very impressive. He's kicked 13 goals, and I think he kicked four of the goals straight against Onkers early in the first half in that one. Meantime, inside 50 here for the Pies, who have controlled the play during the opening 8 minutes. Ball bobbling around is McWaters. He's not going anywhere. He's pinned in the tackle there by Braden Hopgood.
That's it. It's tough in the kitchen already, isn't it? As you'd expect between these two sides.
Rucks will go at it. Braidwood, a little bit clumsy. Could have given a free kick away there, but I didn't see it that way. Riley got it to Collins, and he just throws the ball on the boot, finds it to centre wing. And once again, Hahndorf can reload here just in front of us in the grandstand.
So 8.5 gone. Free kick here to Leake, just below us in the Ferrari stand. Sets the ball to half forward. Target up there is Pedler, but over the back is Jimmy Braidwood. Takes a good mark, the young ruckman. Then underside, it goes short across the run of McWaters. Gets a favourable bounce, gets over the top here to Scobie, back in the side today. Puts it ahead of little Jack Bant, his first touch of the afternoon. Spots up Mitch Grigg and finds the pass dual Gary medalist, Jack Odie medalist. So Mitch Grigg on the left, he'll go short. Picks out in the centre of the ground. Finds Fuller. Feigned a handball, goes long on the left out here. He's got Carter
Great
loose.
kick.
And well done to Carter. Uncertainty.
Oh, no.
Have they coughed it up? Oric, good enough to get out of trouble. So, a little bit of, well, thought they'd stuffed it up there at one stage, but finally then Oric get the first goal on the board for the Tigers, 9 minutes into the first term.
Change, Braden Hopgood coming off the ground, along with Jacob Leake. Coming on is Xander, as in Cameron Xander, and also Jack Kleeman for their first go today.
So 9.5 gone on the Sportal scoreboard. The Magpies 2-1 leading the Tigers 1 straight. Jaden J.
Cheers, thanks, Pistols. Believe it or not, Lobethal have more kicks than Hahndorf, but 8 inside 50s to the Magpies to 2 for Tigers.
Back in the middle, here's Dylan Hopgood versus his former teammate Cooper Luke. Spent a season or two at the Tigers.
Because he played in the last
Grand
finals loss
That's right.
by the Magpies to Lobethal.
Collins throws the ball on the boot. Bit of a Hail Mary trying to get it to Cooper Skinner. He snaps the ball into the pocket. What will the bounce do here? Well, it goes to the right, and that's gone out of bounds, so that'll be a free kick to Hahndorf. Nice conditions.
I got it on good authority. It's actually Matt Fuller's 50th game, boy, so that's why he did the toss in the middle.
Thank you very much, Jaden Jade. Of course, brings all the stats. So, high kick at the wing area. Pack sets himself. Big leak was Daniel Roberts. In the meantime, looks like he infringed on the side with Nycamp. So, Nycamp already with a goal on the board. Will take the result free kick. Deep in defence. Out of territory for him. So, Nycamp drop punt towards the wing area. Roberts is the target. Got his hands to it. Here's Pedler. Feeds the ball at the Hopgood. Dylan variety, high kick forward, bouncing ball. Here's a chance for Xandar going to ground. Tigers desperate defence there. Should the 8 here, Scobie. Ball coughed up there. And finally Pack over the ball and will have a ball up. So just quick boom by the Tigers. As Jaden J said, Lobethal might have had the more kicks so far, but Hahndorf more precise and systematic.
Inside 50 here for Hahndorf. Tigers all-important goal after Hahndorf out of the blocks with a couple to Cooper Nycamp and Cooper Hoff. Of course, tomorrow, Mount Barker up against Uradla Districts out at Balhanna. We'll have that one covered. Plus, we'll have the preliminary final scores coming through from Meadows and Kangaroo out at Birdwood. Just around from the scoreboard. Touch. 12 minutes gone. Hahndorf 2-1. Lobethal 1 goal. Second semi-final. Winner goes into the grand final, which will be at Cube Logistics Oval in Nan in a couple of weeks.
So, Academy boy pitching in front of the scoreboard. It was Rekka Williams, who might be doing the field umpiring tomorrow. Ball ricochets out there. First to get there will be Elliott. Close to the guard there. Ball fed out there. Oh, good intercept there for the Magpies. Tackle applied there. Travis Barr, umpire, has called, pardon me, free kick. Looks like it's going to come back here. It might be Peter Bampton, as you see the scoreboard. 2-1 plays one straight on the corridor while Trust you drawing our worldwide stream. So Bampton goes across the corridor, but I tell you what, he's picked out a Hahndorf guy who coughed it up. That was Ingram. Here's Bampton lurking. Gets it back into the run of Scobie, I think it is. Gets a high kick forward in the box seat there. Rising with Sewer. Ball comes back here to Parker Bowles. Joel Variety puts it across and finds a teammate out.
Yep,
wide.
Xavier Parker Bowles. He goes further afield, finds Cooper Hoff sliding on his knees, takes a nice chest mark, opens it up in attack now. Looks like Nykamp will be on the target here in the pocket, but cutting it off beautifully there was Peter Bampton, I believe.
Strong hands. Yep.
So Peter Bampton, of course, spent a lot of
Leading goal kicker.
a lot of footy at Norwood. Yep, 2019 leading goal kicker, I think. Luke goes back to Peter Bampton. On one step, kicks it towards the outer side wing. Pearling's around the action. So is Grivell. Ball hits the deck. Here's Ingram. He can kick the ball forward for the Magpies into the pocket. Nykamp once again the target, but the Squid chops it off and will have a boundary throw in forward line for the Magpies. They lead 2-1. Lobethal 1 goal, 7 points the margin. 13 minutes gone as Zato comes off the ground. And coming back on is Jake Horrick.
So cricket neck pocket here at your Adler. To the left of screen, high pitch in. Ruckman do battle. Braver got it down. Ball spill free. Handball out here. Oh, heavy attack on the body there from Fuller. And our teammate get a clearance out here. Bouncing ball. Here's Grivell. Oh, once again, he's met solidly by Collins. Ball comes back here. Quick kick around the corner was from Keast. And finds a team up at the line. And Cameron Zander, he wastes no time, goes inside 50. Top of the square. Pack flies. Well, slipping there was Cooper Luke. Regains. He's under pressure. A good tackle applied there by Kleeman, as you said, famous Lobethal name.
Yeah.
Donning the black and white. Because Cooper Luke picked up during the week the Adelaide Premier League cricket draft.
I think he's going to Barossa, is that right?
Absolutely.
Stoppage situation inside 50 for the Magpies. Luke Roberts tried to snap it out of the ruck contest. Peter Bampton, clearing kick out of defence by Maxwell. Troy Parker Bowles put up the right mitt. Oh, here we go. Aidan Riley, fend off against Xavier Parker Bowles. Looking for a bit of support. Kick out towards the wing by the Sheriff. And that's cut off though by the Pies by Troy Parker Bowles. And Matt Fuller just says, I'll fist that out of bounds and we'll go again.
So, pleasant spring conditions here. Saturday afternoon at your Adler Oval. Trust you're enjoying our coverage of the quarter while through filming footy. Good crowd in the house. See these traditional rivals of the last few years. Of course, Lobethal inflicting the last major round defeat on the Magpies in 2020. The corresponding game comes down to Fuller. High left foot forward. The target here will be Cooper Skinner. In front is Pearling, as always. Brings the ball to ground. In fact, umpire Mickey Taylor on the spot and said it will be the ageless Scott Pearling to get the free kick.
Yep. As I said, him and Dan Roberts won 6. Equal with Lester Francis. So one more in all-time record holders for Hahndorf. Got a few hurdles to get over first. Pedler's the target. Ball hits the deck, tried to go in himself. Here's McWaters, throws the ball on the left boot, and that's gone out of bounds. So both sides just a few skill errors with the pressure. Second semi-final action.
So Nicky Ingram on the far outer wing. What's on offer? Goes long inside, just inside the arc. Leaping there was Braidwood, just couldn't complete it. Oh, great crumbing there for the Pies.
Cooper Hoff.
Cooper Hoff, dangerous round goals, but on this occasion just bouncing across the face through for a minor score. So the Magpies advance to 2-2. Lobethal 1 straight, 16 and a half minutes gone here on the Sportal scoreboard.
We'll get J&J Hill's stats shortly. Timmy Jenkin bringing the ball in. Goes to a short pass, finds Giorgio just around from the scoreboard. 17 minutes gone. So Giorgio, what can he do? Kicks the ball long out towards the half back line. Troy Parker Bowles says, I'll have it. So Troy Parker Bowles, no doubt pistols hanging out with the trees this morning. as his
Yeah,
pre-game preparation.
Sorry, God, I was just watching umpire Taylor here. It's called some sort of infringement over the mark.
Let's have a look at the replay shortly after he kicks it.
That, whether it was the safety area. Yes, I reckon he would have been out early this morning, just going up to his favourite tree, just getting a little bit of inspiration. Whether
sure
there was
what
two
that was
Riley there, just the other side of McWater's number 20, so whether too many men in the protected area. So anyway, Troy Parker Boys, opportunity, not a major goal kicker this year, but he's kicks them in the major games, as he's just done. So the third on the board for the Magpies. It's quite funny, or ironic, Benny, because we had him on the huddle there. He loves the trees to give him inspiration, but he's the family own a sawmill.
Yeah, classic. Of course, his dog Jasper will be hanging around somewhere.
Yes, he'll be getting ready. I tell you what, if they win this into the grand final, straight away Jasper will be getting ready for the grand final.
Pep talk.
Yes, he'll be getting shampooed and brushed.
J Hill.
Cheers, thanks Goldie. So 31 kicks to 30 in favour of Lobethal, 16 handballs to 8 in favour of Lobethal as well. They're winning the disposal count by 9 here, but inside 50s 12 to 3 in favour of Hahndorf.
Back in the middle, Xavier Parker Balls having a bit of a go in there. Of course, 3 Parker Balls played Eastern Zone representative. Here's Mitch Grigg, tried to get the fend off. Joel Parker Bowles says, I'm having none of that. Troy Parker Bowles now with Aidan Riley around him. Goes back to Zabian. He snaps the ball forward. Luke Roberts, good spoil by the Sheriff. Just managed to get the fist in there. James Braidwood earned a free kick. And I think he started the match well, the big fella.
Must have been those inspirational words pre-match.
No
Jade,
doubt
which
about
we'll see
it.
at half-time. So he gets it up line to Cooper Luke. Oh, good spoil by Troy Parker Bowles, and follows up. Gets the handball back out to his brother. Feigns a handball out towards Ingram. Puts him under the pressure, but follows up nicely, Parker Bowles. Joel Variety puts it forward.
Ooh.
Good tackle applied there on Nightcap, I think it was. Bundled over the line, so we'll have a boundary throw in just around from the cricket net pocket as Hahndorf work towards the bowling club end. 19 minutes just about to tick over. 3-2 plays, 1 straight. Sport All scoreboard call of the while.
Troy Parker Balls coming off the ground. Trent Mail going on for the Pies. They lead it at the moment by 14 points. Clearing kick out by Mitch Grigg. Dangerous position. Oh, good attack on the ball by the Sheriff. Interception though by Xavier Parker Bowles. He goes on the left. How's the kick? Almost came off to Dylan Hopgood, but umpire Mick Taylor's given him a free kick for pushing the back.
I'd like to see that again. I reckon that might have been in the side, as you can see on there. There it is. Parker Bowles. Zabian puts it forward. Yeah.
Touch and go.
So Dylan Hopgood, as Goldie said in the boots.
I'm not sure what happened there.
Yeah.
Mix. Okay, we'll just, honestly don't know what happened there. Had to play on quickly though, for some reason.
Everyone's confused. It's umpire says throw in. So after all that, yes, it's a one for what's your decision, I think, segment.
Well, Mick's having a chat. Anyway.
Mick knows what's going on, I think.
I think he does. 20 minutes gone, inside attacking 50 here for the Pies. Fisted down by Braidwood. Pedler snaps the ball over the shoulder, and the bounce just misses.
Really miraculous stuff there. So 3-3 plays 1 straight. Lobethal getting their goal at the 9-minute mark. We've won their few entries forward. We'll get to all those stats shortly from Jade and J Hill. So the kick out from Giorgio finds Mitch Grigg. Key recruit this season, so past Nord player just chips up the line, dangerous, but Cooper looked good enough to the challenge. Quickly goes out wide. Intercept mark taken by Benny Salt. Seems to be playing a defensive role here this afternoon. Goldie used to him seeing around the goal, so Benny Salt will put it back in.
Oh goodness!
No, he doesn't. As it's smothered off the boot by Joe Sato, who's playing just his 3rd game for the season in the seniors.
Of course, Ben Salt. Bit of experience with volleyball, cricket.
Does it all.
Very athletic. Had a bit of a go at the Crows as well in the SNFL. Boundary throw and out of side. 22 minutes gone. Second semi-final action from Uradla. Lobethal up against Hahndorf. Magpies with the upper hand at the moment. A winner straight through to the GF in a couple of weeks. Good crowd in the house, isn't there?
As said, Hahndorf gunning for their 8th successive appearance, Benny.
Unbelievable. And they lost that premiership to Blackwood.
So Luke feeds out to Grigg. Quick high kick on the left. Out towards Cooper Skinner. Closely guarded by Leake. The Joel variety, ball out of bounds. Yeah, I think we have to go back to the 1970s to Heathfield Allgate with their run of premierships for consecutive grand final appearances. So Hahndorf closing in on that.
And Matt Golding looking to
Yes.
get right into the top echelon coaches of all time, Pistols, with 5 premierships in a row.
Absolutely.
Here's a go for Joel Parker Bowles. Gets it to Salt, usually a good user of the ball. Finds Kleeman. It's Jack variety. A few brothers out there today. So Jack Kleeman, he'll kick the ball into the pocket. High flyer over the top. Pedler almost took the mark. Cooper Hoff usually uses the ball well in these situations. Didn't quite have the purchase on that one, and Tim Jenkin earns a boundary throw in there. 23 minutes gone, 3-3 Hahndorf, Lobethal 1 goal.
So boundary umpire, high pitch in, short but high. Ball comes down, there's Mail, left the ball behind, goes back and gets it. Riley working hard, here's Cooper Luke the speedster.
Good.
Nice bit of sidestepping, puts it up forward, but once again cut off by Nicky Ingram. Hahndorf doing very well, cutting off any forward entries.
Been the tail of the tape in the first quarter.
Yep, here's Cooper Luke, and I tell you, Cooper Nycamp, that is a fantastic mark. Full stride, just controlling it and going to ground. If we can see that one again on the Dartfish replay.
Just reading the ball well at the moment.
Oh, yeah, fantastic. Great set of hands, this young man. Never fails to excite us every time. He takes a there.
Well, we've seen him take an absolute
Put
hanger.
down your book, he'll take a big hanger sometime during the day. So, Nycamp looking for his second.
No.
Sprayed it a little bit wide from the acute angle, through for a minor score. So 3-4-1 straight.
What was that advice by John Roberts regarding the goal kicking? What was he saying too about with Luke? Anyway.
Yeah, I have to
We'll have a bit of a
go
chat.
to the tape.
Collins takes the mark in the back pocket.
Probably don't think about it too much.
That's the one. Of course, BJ Yench also
yeah,
happy to give it a little bit of advice.
got the wing in a sling at the moment, BJ.
Might have a chat to him. Dan Roberts was the target. Carter, he's down on the half-back flank for the Tigers at the moment. Every player basically in Hahndorf's forward half of the ground.
Yeah, Bampton certainly felt that tackle with Peter variety. So Ruck, Daniel Roberts, Braidwood ineffective by both. Braidwood follows up, managed to get a boot to it, not very far.
Didn't have it.
Slung to the ground there was Hopgood. Looks like he's disposed of the long sleeves he started with. So Hopgood, Braden variety goes deep inside 50.
He does, Pistols.
Oh!
And Pedler takes a beautiful overhead mark. And the young Magpies just getting into some of the Tigers' defenders there. And Pedler says, I'm going to snap a goal here. And he does. No need to go back and take a set shot. Jaden, just go back and snap around the corner and kick a goal.
Exactly, that's their 19th inside 50, believe it or not, boys, to 3 for Lobethal. So Hahndorf have just been emphatic in that area. 43 kicks to Hahndorf, 42 for Lobethal. So really the first time that Hahndorf have led that tally. 19 handballs to 6 in favour of Lobethal, so they are winning the disposal count. Tackling count, Hahndorf, good pressure, 32 to 27. Marking count, 16 to 14 in favour of the Magpies as well, guys.
So
Just a bit of a pat in the back, Pistols from Matt Golding to Pedler as he came off the bench there.
yeah, so 22-point margin for Matt Golding and his Magpies at the moment. So Roberts flicks it forward. Here's Parker Bowles, gives it to Mail, crashes through, got his boot the ball on as far as Grigg intercepts. This way, that way, gets onto his favoured left, puts it just over the top of a teammate. Coughed up there. Bampton at ground level, comes back to Peter Bampton. The Pirates combining there right in the centre circle at the irregular oval, held up there.
Yeah. Grigg started well, Pistols. He needs some other players to go with him here. Oh, hang on, I've just said that, and he's holding the ball.
So Bampton got a free kick, and then he set up his, Jenkins, a little bit of push and shove here.
They're trying
Grigg
to get
not
under
liking attention
Hahndorf
from
feathers.
Mail. 2 balls there.
Yep. That's 50
And
as
a
well.
50 by umpire T. Bar, so things just getting a little bit heated as you're expecting a Lobethal Hahndorf game. That's a generous advantage. I like to buy real estate off umpire T. Bar. That's Grigg still getting a
Maybe
little
it's
bit
a
of
double.
A little bit of advice from the Magpies opponents. So I tell you what, the advance here. So it looks like it'll be Jack Kleeman, son of the Lobethal's only male medalist, will kick a goal for Hahndorf possibly.
Right on the siren, I reckon, Pistols too.
Yep. 26 and a half gone, so you could be right.
How's that? Loves it. They get around him as well. And this is an exceptional start, Jaden, by the Magpies in the second semi-final. They go to 5-4, Lobethal, 1 goal. A very convincing lead at the moment.
It sure is. In the past 6 second semi-finals, Hahndorf have won the first quarter every time, and they've just done it again. So well done to the Magpies. 45 kicks to 43, 20 inside 50s to 3. That's just absolutely thrashing in that area.
So once again, Hahndorf forcing an opposition into playing catch-up football. As Benny Goldfinch said, couldn't be too much left in this first term. So back in the centre, Braidwood. Braidwood got it down. Oh,
no.
Greg go right to Bampton, who actually wasn't watching. Comes back here to Riley, the coach. Bit of side work, flicks the ball over to Greg. He'll be taken on by Ingram. Good enough to get the handball way off, thrashing through there with Sewer. Included in the side this week. Got it back to the runner, Collins. Rather awkwardly got his boot to ball. The bounce of the ball actually, the point will count off hands, I think you'll find, or yes it does. Umpire Taylor policing there with go umpire Alan Christian, so the point will register. So Lobethal will finish, Benny, at 1-1. The Magpies 5-4, so consequently they lead by 27 points.
As we see Hahndorf captain Sam Williams just there with the moon
screen.
boot on.
Actually running water, I think that's Sam Hayden with the
vice
cast on his
captain.
head. As the screen has just been covered up, but in just Sam coming in.
Yep,
The
Sam
orange
Williams
vest
broke
above
his
the first
leg.
quarter. There he is.
Broke his leg, unfortunately, at this
So you
ground.
got the 2 leaders, one on crutches and one with a broken wrist. So
He'd be happy with the start, though.
They will indeed. And we're happy with the start, so much so that we'll go to a break and be back here for the quarter time analysis here on the Call of the Wild. Welcome back to Call the Wild on Filming Footy, coming to you from the Radio Oval, where it's quarter time in the Hills Football League Division 1 second semi-final, and defending multiple premiers Hahndorf perhaps on the way to a 8th successive grand final appearance. They lead 5-4, 34 to 1-1-7 against the Lobethal Tigers. And just repeating, second semi reserves result: Hahndorf 9-13 defeated Mount Lofty 6-4, so 27-point margin to the Magpies. So they're looking for the senior double into the grand final. So as suggested, Hahndorf on top pretty well. Goal kickers Nijkamp, Hoff, Troy Parker Bowles, Pedler and Jack Kleeman, and a solitary goal for the Tigers coming through Jack Orick. So the scoreboard tells the tale. Sorry, Goldie.
I have noticed Scott Perling is headed into the
Dugout
and hasn't reappeared. Pistols, of course, he did do his hamstring in the Courier Cup final.
Okay.
So hopefully he's all right.
So as we said on the scoreboard, Magpies in charge. We'll go and find out if they're in charge on the stats board with Jaden J. Hill.
Geez, thanks, Pistols. They are in the kicking count and also in the forward 50. So 20 inside 50s for Hahndorf to 4 for Lobethal. 45 kicks to 44 in favour of Hahndorf. However, Lobethal 8 more handballs than Hahndorf, 25 to 17. The tackling count, Hahndorf's pressure has been immense. 38 tackles to 28, marks 16 to 14. In favour of the Magpies, their score of 34 in the first quarter is their highest first quarter score in a second semi-final since 2010. And it's also their highest first quarter score against Lobethal in a final since 2010, and it's the highest against Lobethal since round 18, 2019, boys. So great start for Hahndorf.
So a balmy 10 degrees, wherever you're watching throughout Australia. Maybe it's a little bit warmer there. So we'll see if things can get hotter here. The Tigers said they face a 27-point deficit, so we're underway second term. Hills Football League second semi-final. So initial clearance by Grigg, hacks it forward, intercepted here by Keast. Steadies, just pops up line and finds a teammate there in Parker Bowles. Joel Parker Bowles decides to go further afield and picks out the brother. Why not? Xavier Parker Bowles, so already inside 50, inside the first 25 seconds of the quarter. Highlight there by Roberts. Lurking was Braidwood. Flicks out a handball to the run of Collins. The Tigers get out of trouble. Put it out wide to Cooper Luke, the racehorse. Pursued there by Jacob Leake, and ball out of bounds on the outer side wing area. That result last touch, so Leake brings it back in.
Kicks it
50
towards
metre
that.
arc. Big pack there, off hands. Roberts had an error as he tried to get rid of Pedler again, involved. Crashing his way through was the big dog and Riley from Illawarra. Gets it to Grigg. Grigg with a fortuitous handball out wide to Elliott. Gives it back to Riley. His shadow and Parker Bowles right on him, but infringed in the back, so it'll be Aidan Riley to take the free kick. And as we said, good afternoon to everyone watching on the South Coast, Illawarra and New South Wales.
Yep, Filming Footy, YouTube, Call of the Wild Facebook page and Hills Football League Facebook page, and also on Lofty 88.9 Radio with Altitude, Adelaide Hills. Right smack bang in the middle of Uradler Oval. Second semi-final, Hahndorf 5-4, Lobethal 1-1. Perling still not on the ground. He's left the ground at quarter time and he's in the dugout. Hopefully he's all right. Of course, him and Dan Roberts looking for number 7 flags. Dan Roberts, in the meantime, captaining the side at the moment in the absence of Sam Williams. Goes in hard against Matt Fuller. Keast tried to get a teammate there in Joel Parker Bowles, who's set upon in a tackle there. So the Tigers, a little bit more intensity to start this second term.
That's a good tackle by Matt Fuller there to put the big man in Roberts. Here he comes in contest against Braidwood, comes down to Troy Parker Bowles, gets a bit of a barrier to barrel forward. First get to once again be Fuller, using his body pretty well in this final. So he bundles Hahndorf opponent over. Timmy Jenkin arriving. Xander, ball held in there, so umpire Taylor will come and ball it up. So Nicky Taylor puts it up Braidwood. The leaper got it down to Grigg, wins a bit of space, goes bang on the left, up the line. Pumping the legs there is Sewer, Josh Sewer. Inclusion for this game, but last touch is paid, and it'll be Trent Mail to bring the ball back in right in front of the old pavilion here. Has he got the crower today, just flying across the ground?
Yep, very slowly. Just keep an eye on things. So meantime, ball brought in along the wing, grandstand style. Here's Dan Roberts, says I'll have it. On-field captain goes to Xander. So Xander goes lower. Cut off there by Elliott. So Elliott with the ball just in front of Hahndorf's interchange bench. He's going to look up the line. Goes a short pass, finds Matt Fuller. So Fuller. Eyes are darting. Game number 50 is J Hill outline. Kicks along to the half forward line. Over the back, almost the mark there by Sewer. He was the target anyway. And it's gone out of bounds 50 metres out from Lobethal's goal. Hahndorf leading 5-4, Lobethal 1-1. Maybe this ends the scoring end. Let's find out in the second term.
Could be. So the academy boy, he's pitched it back in. Lobethal had the possession, just can't convert on the board at the moment. Run by Skinner, they go forward towards the square. Here's Carter, got 2 to beat. Looks for support. Puts it back out the bat. Did it go 10? Yes, it did, umpire Mick Taylor said. So Jackie Bampton had a chance to raise the second goal of the afternoon for the Tigers. Hasn't been amongst the goals multiply this season, but if he kicks this one, it'll certainly be an important score. Just a little bit of a steadier. So Jack Bampton, so he'd be about 25 to 30 metres out, 45-degree angle towards the bowling club end. The little man sets it on its way.
He's kicked it.
And to say the Tigers need that would be understatement. So they get the opening score of the second term and the 4.5 minute mark. And just pulled back the margin. They trailed by 27 points at quarter time, so they've pulled it back a bit marginally here, Goldie. 5-4 plays 2-1 on the Sportal scoreboard.
So nice finish there by Jack. Playing alongside his brother this season.
And good afternoon to Andrew Bampton, who no doubt will be tuning in.
Nicknamed Bangers, Jack Bampton. There you go. Bang in the middle. Away we go. Braden Hopgood's fended off there. Just feel like the Tigers are starting to settle into this one. As I said, Hahndorf's best defender off the ground at the moment in Perling. So Carter will be looking to get a bit of silver service from the midfield. Meantime, Collins, he's wrapped up in the tackle. Just slightly favouring Hahndorf scoring end, going towards the primary school end.
Sure, what, Betty, the Pies might be worried about Perling for this game, but maybe a couple of weeks. Hamstring, if it is, it could be...
Fuller kicks the ball out towards the netball court wing. Ingram on the left, kicked forward, and the squid takes the mark. Giorgio, we thought he wasn't playing, but he's out there.
Ironically, Perling damaged that hamstring against Lobie in the Courier Cup the last meeting, so...
That's what I think it
must
is.
Must be their bogey team, perhaps. I know you're good at consulting in the medical things, so I'll wait and see. So Fuller across here to Elliott, called to play on, gets up the big man Braidwood, traps it nicely. Handball over the top, perhaps gives Maxwell a bit of a challenge, comes back to Braidwood. Oh, he really didn't want it. Goes to ground. In the end, umpire Holmes on the spot said, yep, holding the ball against Big Jimmy. So the result, free kick will go to Pedler, who you said is certainly making an impression
next
here.
Door.
So, ball goes down the line. Lukey Robertson, leaper. Giorgio with the defensive fist puts it over the boundary line here in the Ray Loam. So good crowd in the house. So the Academy boy, nice bit of hurdling work as he reappears from the crowd over the water pipe fence. So high pitch in. Braidwood, Roberts, Lukey variety going to ground there. Stacks on the mill. Umpire Holmes finally says, I'll have it, boys, and recommence play. So it's coming up to 7 minutes gone. 5-4 plays 2-1. Call to Wild.
Yep, Luke Roberts won it down. Mitch Gregg. Go again. Inside 50 here for the Magpies. Leading by 21 points. Bit of a scrap situation. Fuller. And he's tackled to the boundary line. There's Hahndorf winning the reserves against Mount Lofty. Prior to that, Blackwood getting the chocolates over Mount Barker in the under-18s. Kangarilla winning the reserves, and we'll keep you updated too on the game out there at Birdwood in the Country Division prelim as the kick goes to wing. Nice work by Joel Leake, who'll have a big responsibility for the remainder of the match. Kick forward, and the Sheriff cuts it off. Not paid.
Wow. Too bad. Carter a bit disappointed. He didn't get the favourable response from the umpire, and also the Sheriff on that occasion. But man in white's closer than we are, Goldie. So ball up. Luke Roberts against Braidwood. Holding and, Luke Roberts winning the benefit there. So Lukey Dookie, we saw him take that one-handed specky in the first term. As he'd spent most of the season overseas. Has kicked 13 goals for the season. Take his best kick here, Goldie's a kick from about 48 metres towards the primary school end.
Yes, little kids hanging out there on the wooden seats. Kicks, or just lobs it to within 20 metres out from goal.
Grab.
Taken there by Matt Fuller. Dylan Hopgood back on the ground. So Fuller shielding the eyes. Looking for some options. Goes low, comes off.
That had to be centimetre perfect, that clearance to Scobie.
So he goes out towards the halfback flank. Finds Cooper Skinny. Get a feeling like the Tigers, another goal here, and they'll start to settle into it. But as I say that, there's a turnover. Ingram does beautifully, shrugs aside the would-be tackler, kick in the middle of the ground. Braden Hopgood could just set up anything here. He goes long into the pocket, holding on, not paid. Pedler versus
Riley Skinner.
Nice work by Skinner, nice work by Pedler. And that's unselfish and a beautiful centering pass tied on the boundary line.
Yeah, fantastic work close to the line there. I'd like to see that again. Pedler, every time I see this kid, did well to keep the ball in and raise the eyes and saw Lukey. So Roberts, a lot closer than his last attempt. has nursed it through. The big man likes it. His 14th for the season. Hahndorf 6 for the afternoon. So not quite alarm bells, Goldie, but the Tigers would want to get a bit of hurry on and get a few more goals on the board at this stage of the second term, 10 minutes in.
Hurling just going for a bit of a walk, having a bit of a chat to Matt Golding. It's a bit of deja vu about this Pistols. Hopefully he's all right. Meantime, Hahndorf kicking away here. Once again, stabilising after Tigers kicked the first goal through Jack Bampton. So back in the middle, Dan Roberts versus Cooper Skinner. Dan Roberts says, I'll just fist this forward to Troy Parker Balls if he can get on the end of it versus Mitch Grigg. Cut off though by Collins. And a tackle by Braden Hopgood, centre half back for the Tigers, or centre half forward for the Magpies, whatever way you want to look at it. Mick Taylor will throw it up again.
So, D-Rob rucked all match so far. Gets it down, Collins takes it away for the Tigers, goes long. Target up here is Sewer. Good enough to get back. Looked like he was scragged. Notice in the upper, here's Jack Bampton. Oh, great work at ground level. Scooped it back to Sewer, who goes round the corner. And that is a
Jack Andrew, thanks for coming.
Absolutely, Jack Bampton. Great work at goal.
Determination there, Pistols. I watched him just beeline that ball. He knew he was going to cop one in the contest and got the handballs out. That was sensational from Jack Andrew. A good finish as well. Here we go, number 3, Bain. Says, I'm going to cop one here, handball off to a teammate.
Yep, Sewer around the corner.
Nice work.
Bit of zip-zap work. So, as we said, they needed one to just steady him, so 2 goals this quarter already outscored what they did in the first quarter. So back in the centre, Cooper Skinner, Daniel Roberts, little ball. Perhaps taken high there, Hahndorf player by Skinner. No, said umpire Holmes. So recommence play. Joel Parker bowls it was. So Leaper, Roberts, once again ineffective really. Maxwell tries to crash his way through. And good tackle applied at him by Dylan Hopgood, who will win the free kick. Gets in the centre of the ground.
Yes. They red boots, orange boots, mixture of the two. Finds Ingram. Tennis court side of the ground. Netball court side. So Ingram, usually a good user of the ball, kick inside 50. Pedler or Luke Roberts. Luke Roberts looking for a free kick. Grigg got it to Cooper Skinner. Lovely kick off one step. Finds Peter Bampton. Another one here for the Tigers. They'll start to believe. And good mark in the middle of the ground.
I tell you, he's in the middle of a pack of Magpies too.
Jack Maxwell.
So Maxwell goes out wide. It's Bampton. So Peter Bampton nurses it up the flank. Target is his brother. He's older but smaller brother. So Jack Andrew goes further afield. Here's a chance for Carter. The big one neeps. Got his hands to it. Umpire T-Bar.
Interesting.
Has paid the mark.
Has he?
Or was it over the shoulder infringement? As you can see on the
I think the hands were in the posture of a mark. Let's have a look.
Okay. So Jack Andrew.
He's playing well, Jack.
Maybe he was nudged forward, but anyway, it's all academic because Mitch Carter with a chance here. Kicked 4 last week in the qualifying final win. Has kicked 61 for the season. Runner-up in the minor round goal kicking competition. So Carter, deliberate approach, goal umpire hardly moves.
They're on a roll.
So back-to-back goals for the Tigers. Just moving that bit closer. 4-1 place at 6-4 here on the Call to Old Sportal scoreboard. Trust you're enjoying our worldwide coverage.
Of course, shout out to our regular camera operator James, who is in bed today, Pistols and Tommy. So hopefully he's he's all right.
Getting looked after.
Yeah.
So Brandon doing the job
Sensational
this afternoon
work,
for us. So Mickey Taylor set him underway again. Can the Tigers go for 3 in a row? Xavier Parker Bowles doing a bit of ruck work. The ball deflected back here.
Joel.
Taken away by Joel. Parker Bowles puts it forward to Luke Roberts in the back front of the bus. Sport by Elliott, but well, that's an interesting call. The Sheriff just holds his hands up and said,
Interesting.
So Luke Roberts, a chance for him to kick back-to-back goals. He kicked the only one of the quarter so far for the Pies. 9-minute mark, and here we are 14.5 minutes. So can Luke get his second? Leans back on the kick. And that is another brilliant kick. Like the kick at the other end. The goal umpire hardly moves. So Luke Roberts just pegs it back for the Magpies.
Yeah. Braden Hopgood looks like he's going to come back on the ground for the Pies. Jay Hill just tallying up his information. Jane, anything capturing your eye in this second term?
Cheers, thanks Goldie. So 19 kicks to Hahndorf, but Lobethal again are leading that count. So 23 kicks to them, 14 kicks, so 14 handballs to 6 in favour of Lobethal as well. But the inside 50s again, Hahndorf dominating 9-4.
Right, smack bang, let's go in the middle of the Urata Oval. Xavier Parker Boers having a bit of a go now against Braidwood. Beautiful work there by Xavier Parker Boers. He won the tap, he followed up, he kicks the ball inside 50 towards the pocket. But it's a good mark there by Giorgio, the captain for Lobethal. So Giorgio, right back pocket. Kicks the ball outside the defensive 50. Pack forms, Collins push out. Free kick though to Braidwood. So with Dan Roberts just having a bit of a spell. Braidwood goes a short pass. Finds Collins. Was that Timmy Jenkins? Sorry, Timmy Jenkins. Brought up to 200 against, as I said, the Raiders. Timmy Jenkins kicks the ball outside towards the half-forward flank. Floating across, ball hits the deck. Half-forward line for the Tigers. Here's Joel Parker Boers, fends the ball out to Salt. Managed to get a kick away. Almost cut off there by Jenkins. And he's held up. Obviously his brother not playing today, Mitch. 17 minutes gone. Hahndorf 7-4, Lobethal 4-1.
So, ball high pitch. Braidwood got it down, taken by Riley. Swings out a handball out to the man Timmy Jenkins, the tractor. Goes forward. Kept on it, be Xander. Oh, coughed up what he should have taken. Oh, good work by Peter Bampton. Swings around on the right, puts it forward. Carter from behind, got his hands to it. Oh, well done by Joel Leake. Good attack on the ball, keeps it in front of him. Great defensive work. Joel Leake, take a bow. That ball spilled out. I think the Tigers were off towards the goal square, so Joel Leake, great work. So Mickey Taylor flicks the ball up. Carter doing the ruck work. Keeper Luke overruns it. Clever little handball by Parker Bowles. The teammate puts it forward. Right by the interchange gate area, bundled over the line, so the Academy boy will come in and ball it up. So 7-4 to Hahndorf Magpies, leading Lobethal 4-1. 17 minutes gone, second term call with a while.
Braidwood won it down, attacking the ball with Troy Parker Boers, also Leake. Hopgood, a few Lobethal players down behind play. Looks like one of them's Auric. Xander cleverly slaps it on. Thought he kept it alive, but the boundary umpire said it's just a millimetre out. Of course, the boundary umpires today are Jordan Crest, Andrew Lawless and Shade Darcy and Reese Williams. Central umpires, Mick Taylor, Travis Barr, Andrew Holmes. Goal umpires, Alan Christian, Chris Tanner. Half-forward line for the Tigers, Mitch Grigg.
Taken high. As he tried to bust it through, so Mitch Grigg, plenty of experience.
Half-forward for Hahndorf, I should say.
Debut season for the Tigers after a great career with the Crows and also Norwood. Timmy the Tractor Jenkins puts it out wide to the run of Giorgio. The Squid has got a chance to have a bounce here. What's on offer? Goes, elects the kick. Streaming out his Carter, puts up the Dukes, and that's a good mark in opposition to the Leak. Made him earn that one. So Carter, who kicked the goal from virtually the same spot, the last goal kicked in this term by the Tigers at the 13-minute mark, so the chance for him to get back-to-back goals. Just reply to that last goal by Luke Roberts. So good entertaining going football here at the moment. Hahndorf's first quarter, they left by 27 points at quarter time. Has forced Loby to play catch-up football, but they're doing pretty well, matching them on the scoreboard at the moment. In fact, leading 3-2 at this stage of this term, but still got to make up that deficit, which hopefully will be reduced from this kick from Carter. 62 for the season. Leans back on the ball, won't get the distance. Big leap in the square by Zado. Off hands and through for a minor score.
Righto, kick in. Xander. There's Cameron and Daniel out there for the Pies. Kicks the ball out towards the half-back flank. Daniel Roberts sets himself. Keith was around the action. Flick out handball by Braidwood. Got it to Aidan Riley. Snaps the ball inside 50 for the Tigers. Ben Salt takes a good relieving mark for the Magpies. They lead by 20 points in the second semi-final. Good start by them with 5 first quarter goals. Hahndorf through Salt. Kicks the ball out towards the wing area. Umpire's called a free kick here. It's gone to Sheriff, or no? It's gone to Pedler.
Pedler.
So Henry Pedler, he goes a short pass and finds Keith.
Keith's right in front of our broadcast point in the Ferrari stand. Fuller applying the snubber there, so the ball trickles over the boundary line. So umpires will bring it back in. Right in front of us here, and a sun-drenched Urania Oval. Roberts, a great tap down the throat of Hopgood. He's wrapped up in a tackle by Mitch Grigg, going nowhere. So once again, umpire Travis Barr giving that gum a bit of a workout. So sets the ball up. Braidwood, the high leaper, got the ball down. We've got Parker Bos, took one high from Grigg. With a push and shove there. Parker Bos grabs the ball, goes back, goes out wide. Ingram, centre of the ground. Got a paddock to work in, but decides to go back now. Kicks towards Hoff, who kept on running. Pinpoint delivery for Cooper Hoff.
Eyes are darting. Luke Roberts is long here. He's 2-on-1 situation though. He'll go in that position. So Luke Roberts, and he takes the mark.
That's slow motion, wasn't it?
You could tell what was going to happen.
Yeah. Let's replay, Dartfish replay here. Yeah. Lukey just... So,
Anyway.
Luke Roberts a chance to kick his third goal for the term. The big fella certainly making an impact up forward. Pulled it a bit wide, so John will have to give him a bit more lessons.
John will have to have a pet talk at half time.
Yeah, John will be on the phone.
So Timmy Jenkins with the kick in for the Tigers from the primary school end. 22 minutes gone. Probably about 5 odd minutes left in this second quarter. Tigers get a couple more. They're right in it. Aidan Riley will set himself here. Takes the mark. Playing coach. Swings onto the right boot. Opening it up for little Jack Pistols.
Pumps the legs. Well, it's it for him. Yes, he grabs it. Got good support there out by Peter Banton with a Shepherd.
Go the way.
They're closing.
Yes. Oh, he's missed.
And Ingram just letting him know about it. So perhaps
Just couldn't quite
get the ultimate reward. So Xander to bring the ball back in. 4-3 plays 7-4 on the Sportal scoreboard. 22 minutes gone. Second term, second semi-final, Hills Football League. Ball hacked forward. Here's Timmy Jenkins. Eludes him. Cleverly
Hoff.
trapped by Hoff. Class there. He puts it in a run of Nycamp. Foot race here. The Squid versus Nycamp. Tried to sock it, overran it. Squid goes to ground with the ball under him. Giorgio. Cavalry arrives. So Nycamp couldn't get his foot to the ball. A bit like that goalie the other week in the EPL. Did you see that?
Yes. Luke Roberts just says, I'll grab it out the ruck and see how we go.
Wow. Tell you what, he nearly went all right.
John wouldn't have mind that, I'm sure.
Bit of a dribbler. Dacos style.
Yep.
Doing it all here, Luke. So, 7-4, 4-3. Fuller brings it back out to Grigg. The old Nord connection combining there. Grigg races off, feigned a handball that goes long with the left in towards the centre of the ground. Outnumbered here. The Tigers.
Come off.
Fortunate bounce. Finds Sewer, gives it back into Peter Bampton. He went to turn around the invisible man. Gave it back to Riley. Out wide is Jack Bampton.
No.
Little Jack. Cavalry Rise and Jenkins. There was system. He's wrapped
great
up.
Pressure.
Tell you what. Too high, Mickey Taylor's
lucky.
indicated. Not one for the highlight reels by the Tigers, but they're good enough to get out of that passage and play with the football.
Alrighty. So, 24 minutes gone. Second quarter, second semi-final. Hahndorf, 20 points up. As I said, purling off the ground since quarter time. Timmy Jenkins around the corner finds Zaddo with a low mark. Good to see him back out there for the Tigers in the finals.
In fact, had that ankle injury in the last second semi-final meeting in 2020 when the Tigers won.
Good stuff. Good to see him out there. So Zaddo will kick the ball towards the half-forward line. Dan Roberts fists the ball into Trent Mail's head, and that's gone out of bounds.
Is that a Falcon assist?
One way of getting the ball out of bounds. Jaden, your thoughts as we head towards the half-time?
Well, it's nearly identical to the first quarter. Lobethal leading the kicking count by 3 and the handball count by 10.
Inside 50s?
Inside 50s, 12 to 10 in favour of Hahndorf at the moment.
And the first quarter, what was that again?
The first quarter was 20 to 4.
20
So
to 4
Lobie have cut it back. Goldie?
So the cloud just appeared behind the cloud. Fractionally. Looks like it's Cooper Luke out wide. Bit of push and shove off the ball. Fuller.
Oh, hello. Some
Trying to
darting
hold the ball.
going on
Looks like
around
Luke
there.
is going to kick it from the 50-metre arc. Gives it his best
Carter.
purchase up high.
Oh, good fist.
Carter. Good defensive ball by
That's
Roberts.
that's
once
a Dan
again.
Roberts fist, isn't it?
He's just given that ball a world of pain twice. Don't grow up and be a Sharon football when Dan Roberts is around, I tell you.
Some Mount Barker supporters in the pocket there. They'll be out tomorrow at Balhanna.
Yes, got a couple of teams to play.
Mick Taylor with his eyes on the contest here. So boundary throw in, 26 minutes gone, inside 50 for the Tigers. Troy Parker Boars, snap round the corner. I think that was Braden Hopgood, attacking the ball with Cooper Nightcamp. Goes and gets the ball after Riley overcooked it.
So we'll get a stat here.
One bounce, Pedler. Clever,
Oh,
don't
well
mind
done.
that. But it's gone to Riley Skinner, and the Squid should mop up with the left hamstring heavily strapped.
Yeah, Georgia up the line. Here's Stafford. Tries to get through a flock of magpies. Way to numbers says that. Riley comes to help and goes to ground level. He proceeds. As a free kick was going to be paid there. Riley perhaps a male. Perhaps Riley trying to milk. Looks like he's going to take the kick.
Oh, he is.
Here. I think he was trying to milk 50 out of it. But the umpire said no, being Travis Sparr. So Aidan Riley here looks up at us. Probably
Yeah, he did, didn't he?
wants to know the camera's right behind it, so he'll need to do a blighty here.
Don't know if he'll do it, get onto it. Gives it a good
Good
purchase.
oik. I tell you what, a bit
Got a
more
point.
accuracy would have been a miracle, but minor score results on the half-time siren for the Tigers. So, 4-5 to 7-5. So 3 straight kicks is the margin here, Jaden J. Hill, which at quarter time, well, 27-point margin, so they've managed to marginally pull it back.
Yes, yeah, and Hahndorf's worst quarter against Lobie is actually the second quarter. So, well done to Lobie getting back in the contest. Obviously, 3 goals to 2. Inside 50 count was 12 each, believe it or not. So, compared to 20 to 4 in favour of Hahndorf in the first quarter, Lobethal did really well to cut that tally back, guys. So, interesting to see how they'll go in the third quarter.
Absolutely. So Daniel Roberts, the acting captain, is just as Lobethal leave the arena. Just down in front of us, he's got the team. Because Sam Hayden also there, and Scott Perling. You can see Miss actually hobbling noticeably there, Benny. So hopefully the worst that we fear may be reality, but hopefully half time we'll see how things
Just
go.
around the ground, half-time out at Birdwood in the Country Division preliminary final. Kangaroo 6-5 leading Meadows 5-2.
Ooh, so
So a
game
good
on
game
now.
there between the rivals.
Yes.
But yeah, we'll go to a bit of a break, and then Jaden's had a bit of a chat to James Braidwood, Pistols.
So half time here. Call the Wild Division 1 second semi-final. Hahndorf 7-6-48. Leading at Lobethal 4-4-28. So 20-point margin, as I said, as we head into our half-time break.
This is James Braidwood from the Lobethal Football Club, and you're tuned into Call of the Wild 2022 Hills Finals Football.
Football Club, how you going, mate?
Yeah, good mate, how are you?
Good, thanks. Take us through the week. Obviously, a bit of a scare at the end there, like we spoke about after the game. Just take us through what the feeling was like during the week.
Yeah, we were a bit upset with that last quarter, but I don't think it reflected like our first half was really good, and I think we just talked about like bringing that first half intensity, and if we bring that for a full game, I don't think anyone can beat us.
Yeah, what was the message from Aidan Riley at the end of the game, mate? Just take us through that if you can.
Yeah, he was a bit upset, but it's still good to get the win, and then obviously we got a double chance still, so it's good to be in this position.
Yeah, just take us through, obviously going down to Hahndorf, really by 10 points early in the year, and then in the Kira Cup as well. As you said last week, on your best, you reckon you can beat them. Just take us through what the tactics were against Hahndorf during the week.
Yeah, we've got a few tactics I won't reveal them here, but I think they've got a couple big outs, and I think this is a good opportunity for us to put it to them. I think we were unlucky that first game. Probably they were better than us on the day that second game, but I think we definitely have the team to do it. I think we just need to bring it today.
Yeah. Just take us through your footy journey, mate. Obviously, you played juniors at Torrens Valley, I believe.
Torrens Valley, yeah, till I was 15, 16. Then came to Lobethal, high school mates and whatnot, and played there for a couple of years. I played a couple A-grade games at juniors when I was a junior, and then was playing at Sturt for a bit, and now come back to Lobie.
Yeah, now I got on good authority that you had a bit of a tussle with Luke Jackson, mate. Just take us through that.
Oh, back in the day, yeah. State under 18s. I think he was an underager. Had to ruck against him. Yeah, it was a good battle, good day. We smashed WA that game. But yeah, it was good.
Anybody else to note that you've played against?
Against Sam Walsh. He was giving it to me a little bit when we played Vic Country, but yeah, that's probably the two biggest names.
Did you end up beating him?
I think we did that game, yeah, but I came off second quarter, injured my sternum. But yeah, we did end up beating them.
Yeah. Just take us through your game, mate. How you've how have you gone this year, and then have you always played in the ruck?
Yeah, sort of always been a ruckman. Was playing a bit of forward last year, but yeah, sort of always been a ruckman, and that's like been my preferred position. Being around the ball, and yeah, I've just tried to, be a ruckman primarily, but also try and get the ball around the ground a bit and apply a bit of pressure. It's been really good this year.
Yeah. Just take us through, obviously your leap, mate, is one of your strengths.
Yeah.
Just take us through how you've gone with that through previous years as well.
Yeah, I've always been a pretty decent jumper. My brother was a big basketballer, so I just played a lot of basketball with him growing up, and yeah, I've always had a pretty decent jump. I like to use it a bit, but I've just tried to using the ruck and around the ground marking contests, sort of always fly, always put my body on the line, and yeah.
Has there been like one coach, one person that has influenced you like in your footy career so far?
Probably the biggest influence was Dave Odie, Sturt Juniors. He was a great coach. He could be angry at times, but it's like good, get the boys up and about, put everyone in line. But yeah, he's probably been my biggest influence in football.
Yeah. Just take us through sort of your teammates. Who's the most annoying teammate, you reckon?
Most annoying teammate? Oh, that's a tough one. Probably Jack Stafford. He's a pretty annoying bloke. Yeah. Staffy.
Just a bit annoying around the rooms, is he?
He's just an idiot. That's it. Very annoying bloke. Couple other to note, maybe James Elliott. He's pretty annoying. That's about it. Yeah, it's a pretty good club.
Yeah. Who do you reckon is the barometer? Obviously, Reece Marston at the Lions. Says he's barometer. Anyone in the change rooms or anything around the club that you would say is the barometer?
That's a tough one. Obviously, Griggy, when he's on, and we play well. I think Aidan Riley as well, when he's going in hard, it just lifts the boys up. Probably one of those two.
Yeah. Obviously, now it's going to be a wet weather contest. Just take us through Sort of, how have you gone with the wet weather, and have you guys talked about that during the week?
We thought it was going to be a nice day today, but yeah, it is started to rain a bit. I don't know. I think we played well in the wet. Obviously, we're a good contested side. Got some big bodies, so I think playing in the wet is preferable for us, and we played well this year. At this oval earlier in the year against Urayla, it was quite wet, and we had quite a good game. So I think we'll be fine. Yeah.
Yeah, and just take us through when you came back to Lobethal. Just take us through how it was in the pre-season and like getting back to local footy.
Yeah, it was a bit of an adjustment, but I mean, it's such a good club, and like the atmosphere is great and everything. So it was a pretty easy transition. And had a great pre-season. Pig's a great coach, and I think it was a good pre-season.
What do you like about country footy?
Probably the community feel of the club. Yeah, everyone like going back to the club rooms and whatnot, having dinners Thursday night, just that sort of feel. Also like contested, hard efforts. It's a lot harder than some sample football. Probably just the community spirit, I think.
Yeah. And who would you see as your toughest opponent you played against so far?
Probably definitely Dan Roberts. Yeah. He's very good, very big. And we'll have a go today.
Yeah. And also, mate, I heard you're a pretty handy cricketer. Just take us through other sports, mate. Sports you're into?
Nah, I'm a horrible cricketer. I've played, it was like my second season last year for the mighty Lenswood Rangers. No good at cricket at all. Can't bowl, can't bat. Pretty lippy in the slips, but that's about it.
That's right, nothing wrong with that. No, I heard you're right, mate. It was Trundle, I think. Heard you're all right.
No, when it hits the pitch, it's okay, but usually it's a couple metres off.
What do you do like outside of footy, apart from cricket? But anything you do outside of footy, other sports?
I don't mind to hit a golf. I suck at that as well, though. Bit of basketball, play a bit of basketball. That's about it. And
you reckon basketball's, like you sort of said before, has helped you with your footy?
Maybe a little bit with my athleticism. I'm not that great at basketball either. Just being kind of tall helps. But yeah, I don't mind playing basketball. It's good.
No worries. Well, thanks, mate. Thanks for joining us. Good luck today, and go get them. Good luck.
Thanks,
cheers. Thank you.
You're back live here at Urayla Oval as the team's back on the venue for the commencement of the second half. It's Hahndorf leading by 20 points, 7-6 to 4-4 against Lobethal. Just go through the goal kickers in that first half for the Magpies. Luke Roberts kicking 2 during that second term, and in the first term singles to Nycamp, Hoff, Troy Parker Bowles, Pedler and Jack Cleman. And for the Lobethal Tigers, Oric, Jack Bampton, Sewer and Carter raising goals, as we said, in the first half. So 20-point ball game. They marginally reduced. They were trailed by 27 points at quarter time, so 20 points now. As Jaden J. Hill, so we talked about that lightning start by Hahndorf, and Lobie reduced to catch up football. But they're slowly, I suppose, in the stats area making it, but just on the scoreboard still need a couple more goals.
Yeah, like I said, like 12 inside 50s each. So look, they did cut that back from the previous quarter. They had the most kicks as well, 43 to 39. They actually won that. Sorry, they lost that count by 1 in the first quarter. 11 more handballs than Hahndorf as well. So like they're cutting it back on the stat sheet, Pistols, but good as they can get a few more goals.
Okay, all set here for the recommencement of play. Umpire Andrew Holmes holds the ball off. We're away. Second half, quarter while. So Roberts wins the ball down. Riley gets out to Greg. He tries to escape a couple of Magpies, but held to him. So umpire Holmes will recommence play. So Braver gets knocked down. This time Greg with a quick kick away. Gains some distance up towards Bampton. Try to read it off hands towards Oric. Got it into Fuller back to Riley. Riley spins on the right, puts there. Trapped by Keese for the Pies. Little low range kick out wide. Finds a teammate in Nick Ingram. So Nick Ingram, the ball, the far wing. Lovely spring day here Oh, deflected off the boot there. Meanwhile, the whistle had gone. Looks like it's going to be a free kick to Luke Roberts. So Roberts came into the game with 2 goals in that second term. Puts the ball forward. Target is Pedler. Timmy Jenkins. Off hands cleverly around the corner. Cooper Hoff, but missed everything there. Ball out of bounds on the full, and the resultant free kick is going to be taken by Alex Giorgio for the Tigers. So deep in defence. Hahndorf working towards the bowling club end. So Giorgio runs across the goals, puts it up the line, finds Stafford. Haven't seen a lot of him this afternoon. Was very prominent last week. High wedged kick out in front of our broadcast spot. Bouncing ball, interchange area. Come to meet it was Keast. Gets support from Zander. Cleverly gets around. Cameron Zander gets it to Troy Parker Bowles. He runs through a bit of trouble. Still good enough to get it back to Zander, who followed up. Well done, young man. Puts the ball forward. Elliott gets a defensive fist to the ball and ensures it goes out of bounds. Right under the scoreboard, which reads 7-7 to 4-4. Scoreboard having added a point. But I don't think there's been any score this term, Jaden J.
No, no.
So, that could be controversy later on. Meanwhile, there's a...
We know all about that.
yes, we do. And the ball's going to come back here to Mitch Gregg. So the dual McGarry medalist. What an asset he's been to the Tigers this year and Hills football in general. Just getting better and better all the time. So Gregg puts up the line to Braidwood, the big man who we just heard from at half time, takes a mark in front of the old pavilion here, canteen area. Goes inboard, back to Gregg. They're playing match the ball, puts it out wide. Good work here, finds Peter Bampton. So the Tigers. Well, he's got a loose man out wide in Fuller.
Bampton goes out towards Fuller. Almost took the mark. Good chop off there by Ingram. Lobethal just get the feeling, Pistols, slowly but surely. Getting back into the contest. Matt Golding barking instructions there to the runner.
So you've been out and about half-time, Goldie. You good crowd in the house still?
Good crowd in the house, and I do think that Pearling's day is done, Pistols. Just the word.
There you go. You heard it first.
Oh, there it is.
Word I'm getting from the Hahndorf faithful. So hopefully he'll be right for next week or the week after. Meantime, ball inside 50 here for the Tigers. Under pressure, Joel Leake. He's gone.
Illegal disposal.
And once again, Lobethal starting to press here, lifting their work rate. Cut the margin 21 points. This will bring it right back. Of course, second half last week, Pistols and Jaden. It was the other way around. With
Tigers want a reversal of that, that's for sure. So led by 42 points. End up winning by 10. So Collins.
I like his style of
15
play.
goals for the season, Benny. Make that 16.
So he spent some time at Norwood, obviously. Hard running, long and great, very quick. And can play all around the ground in defence and in attack, as we see there. And a beautiful kick. Good start to the second half for the Tigers. And just maybe a few concerns here for the Pies, with the Magpies. Just a few key injuries. Obviously Sam Hayden, Sam Williams and now Pearling. And Lobethal starting to press here.
Such a versatile side though, Gold. You've got a guy like Salt who's certain a goal kicking playing off defence today. So they've still got a few moves up their sleeve. As backhanded forward by Roberts. First get to be Parker Bowles, gets a bounce off the cricket pitch area nicely. Gets the ball further forward, running through it is Hopgood. Good work there by Fuller. Gave the Collins a goal kicker, gave it to Stafford. Gives it to Timmy Tractor Jenkins. Tractor goes forward. Big lead there by Salt. Big Daniel Roberts getting better. Charges his way
Jack
through.
Andrew.
With the clash of the big men there against Jack Andrew. Gets the ball forward and a mark taken by Zabian Parker Bowles.
He goes quickly to Salt. You talked about him, Pistols, and his athleticism. Kick forward. Pedler put up the mitts. Off hand. Zander lurking in the pocket. Great pick up there. I think that was Riley Skinner, was it? Kicks it outside a defensive 50. Bit of aerial ping pong. Salt waiting for it. So's Trent Mail. He goes to the handball to Zander. Did nicely putting the arms up. And the umpire says it's a free kick though for Lobethal.
Academy boy.
Right on the scene. And of course, very experienced Williams.
Might be Reece the Wrecker right on the spot there.
Normally a central umpire.
I think we'll see him tomorrow, perhaps, Goldie.
Just doing a bit of boundary work.
Just found his right nudge today.
Quite often see him going for runs, Pistols around the hills.
So Joey Zatto, as we said, good to see him back. Just nurses a nice little pass up the line, finds it. Mitchy Grigg. So Grigg, thing about passing off, looks like he'll go long. Indeed he does, inside the 50.
Roberts.
Roberts over the back, ball bounces, races on. Salt cleverly tapped it towards the boundary, but intercepted here. I think it's Fuller. Clearing across the face is Leake. Leake under pressure from Oric. Takes him to ground level, close to the boundary line, up by Taylor. In close proximity, said, I will have it. So entertaining start. First goal to second half, coming to Lobethal through the HCF Collins.
Even Giorgio Pistols out there, just really that left hamstring. It's a goal. Oh, geez, whiz. It's hit the left post. Just looking at Giorgio's movement, just heavily strapped left hamstring.
Yeah, I tell you, there's a few walking wounded out there, that's for sure, both sides. Just shows you grueling campaign, minor rounds and finals, which goes up a notch.
Kick outside of defensive 50 from Hahndorf. Over the back of the bus is Cooper Skinner. And Keese is seen out of bounds right in front of the coaching staff. Well, it is a marathon, isn't it? 18 minor round and then 18 minor round matches. A few weeks off as well, and then we're into finals.
So the less finals you can play, the better. Oh, just burst through the peg dog, who had a sly grin on his face there, Riley. Just looks at him, that's a little bit of a...
A bit of a nod.
A little bit of chuckle, Aidan Riley, as he said hello to everyone on the Illawarra South Coast. No doubt you're tuning in, enjoying coverage as everyone else worldwide. So, the Academy boy, pitch it in, right in front of
next
our broadcast.
Next goal's important, Pistols.
Yep, so Daniel Roberts, socket forward by Bampton, but fortuitously Nicky Ingram grabs the ball, puts the pies inside 50. Fisted forward there by Nykamp, comes back to Giorgio, who's definitely under a bit of duress, gives it to Stafford, has a bounce, goes long down the line, but I tell you, it's all pies back there. First to get the ball is Zan, if it sits for him. Closing is Oric and Carter. Oh. Carter takes him over the boundary line, so probably a good result in the end for the Tigers if Zander had taken that cleanly.
So boundary throw in, half forward line for Lobethal. Oh, we'll have to go again, I reckon. No, Riley. Peter Bampton flicked the ball off the boot. Troy Parker Balls around the pressure. They're well aware of his presence, and that's a good mark there.
Yeah, Scobie
stood
as they delivered.
All right, Big Braidwood's going to be on here in the pocket, and he'll take a mark. Oh, good fist though by Salt, chops it off. Intended to take a mark. That's a good score there by Ben Salt, as Pistol said. Can play anywhere on the ground.
And any sport.
That's it. That's what you like.
So Mickey getting away, but ball comes back here. Scobie.
Oh,
Stafford, the peg dog.
Oh,
the peg dog didn't work, gives it back here to Stafford. He's under pressure, gets it close to line, and Collins, the goal kicker, curls it round, bouncing ball. In the meantime, the Academy boy right on the spot, next to coach Matt Golding, as you can see in the bottom right hand of the screen, just issuing instructions here.
I don't think he's talking to Mick Taylor. I think he's issuing instructions.
Yes, indeed. So, man looking for his 5th successive premiership as a coach. You've got to be happy with that, Benny.
Well, I think so.
And of course, it'd be 6 because he was involved with Blackwood's premiership win in 2017.
Assistant coach under Salevic.
Which actually beat Hahndorf, the last grand final loss. So, ball in. Roberts in front. Did see his father walking around at half time. Ball comes up back to Scobie. The big man arrives. Scobie lucky to survive that. Appealing for holding the ball. It was Troy Parker Boss. Notes it, the umpire Taylor. So Mickey just brushes the forehead. Sets it up. Skinner wins it down. Goes to ground. High tackle applied on him by Braidwood. Gives it correctly to Riley. So the Tigers go inside 50.
They do. Almost a mark there by Sewer. Ball hits the deck. They got the ball locked inside 50 here, the Tigers. So they got the margin down to 14 points. They were out the blocks. Hahndorf in the first term, 5-1. Just a reminder at half time, Kangaroula were leading by just over a goal against Meadows in the preliminary final. We'll keep you updated on that. Meantime, Braden Hopgood's wrapped up in a tackle. He threw it.
Oh.
That's a good tackle there by Sewer.
Yeah.
Let's see what his purchase is like here on the kick. Or is he going to go inside 50? Kicked a goal in the second term. I reckon they played a preliminary final here at Lobethal against the Chunga, and they lost that one. They played a great second semi-final.
2014?
No, they played a qualifying final here as well against Mount Barker and upset Mount Barker. So used to playing on this ground in finals over recent records. Sewer, well, A bit of a floater into the pocket. Almost came off there with a chest mark. Is that Grigg down there? He's held up. No, it's not Grigg.
Fuller
Yep.
or Bampton maybe. So,
Peter
primary
Bampton.
school end. Ball up. Braidwood got the tap down. Tackled hard there. It's Parker Bowles, the Joel variety. So Lobethal pushing here. The goal here would make it interesting. Roberts fists it forward. Dispossessed there. Rolling pack situation at the moment. So umpire once again coming up higher. Travis Barr being assisted by Mickey Taylor and Andrew Holmes here this afternoon. So sunny conditions here. Trying to thread his way through is Bampton, and a legal disposal calls umpire Barr. So the resultant free kick will go to Trent Mail for the Hahndorf Football Club.
It was nice ruck work there by Braidwood. 12 minutes gone, third quarter, 14 points the margin. Short pass, Xander. Instructions barking down there at ground level. Short pass, oh, turnover. Lobethal are right in this. They just need a big goal. And what perfect hands and a chance to have this with Carter. Leading goal kicker for the Tigers anyway this season.
62.
Was runner-up behind Darcy Hourigan. Dan Roberts coming off the ground. Big man, Xavier Parker Balls having a bit of a go in ruck.
So Carter taking a lot of time here, Benny.
Son of Russell.
Yes, because played in their last premiership side, 2002, 20 years ago.
Russell did.
Yeah, that's right. Well, Mitch holds his age well. He didn't hold that shot very well, drifted across for a minor score, but the Tigers, and the majority of the forward 50 entries, I'd suggest, this quarter so far, Joe.
They sure are. 9 inside 50s to 5 in favour of the Tigers at the moment.
So Luke Roberts took the good mark. Sheriff's around the action, so's Pedler. Hen Nightcamp. Dylan Hopgood. Does that come off a boot? Umpire didn't see it that way. Just around from Lobethal's interchange bench. Looks like Aidan Riley just down there at ground level with hands on his knees. 13 points to the margin, 14 minutes gone. Third term, second semi-final action. The winner goes straight through to the grand final, which will be hosted by Nan in a couple of weeks.
Looking forward to that as the ball comes down, taken away by Bampton under pressure, kicks it forward, but intercepted mark taken here by Cam Xander right in front of the Ferrari stand broadcasting spot, puts it back. Luke Roberts is a target, big leap by the big man, one grab, two grab.
Big moment, big mark.
Big leap, big hands, big mark. Big Lukey.
All right, what's John told him at half time? Let's have a look.
So he did kick 2 goals in that last term, the only 2 goals for the Dwarf. So Luke Roberts, 15 for the season.
Good mark.
So he's going to have a kick here from about 48 metres, Gold. Sets it on its way. It's going to come back, but not enough. Leap in the square, ball fisted back, but Waters will be the first to get there. He's clean bowled. Comes to Cooper Luke, the cricketer. Goes across to the teammate there, clearing kick. Little Jack with the big rise. Had his block. Luke Roberts sends it back in again.
Oh, Braidwood.
Once again, standing tall is...
Oh!
Pedler has been paid a free kick. I'd like to see that one on a Dartfish replay. Just when Lobethal getting a bit of momentum. See Roberts take the ball, sends it in. Watch for the sleeves.
I don't know what that was
I
for.
don't know, was it a block just slightly
Might have
by
been.
Giorgio perhaps? So, anyway, Henry
Big kick.
Pedler here has one on the board. The young man had a pretty good season, and I tell you what, very nicely steered through.
Clutch.
First-
Both sides would love the week off, Pistols, I'm
Oh.
sure, with the, as you say, some sore bodies out there. And Hahndorf.
So just 15-minute mark. Hahndorf's first goal for virtually a quarter. 14:40 was their second term goal to Luke Roberts. So now Pedler virtually 15 minutes getting their first of the second half. So pretty good game of footy. Even contest, but Hahndorf just holding out ascendancy on the scoreboard courtesy of a 5-goal-to-1 opening term, Benny. They lead 8-7 to 5-6, and of course we thank Closies and Sportal for their support of the quarter wild coverage.
So Troy Parker Paws, Joel Parker Paws around the area. Xavier, Troy and Joel all in the middle.
They all go out and check out the trees.
I think so, maybe. Out at the property. Aidan Riley just straight back on the ground. Dribbler, Xander, wrapped up in the tackle by Oric.
Do you reckon they have a favourite tree? Just like when you have a favourite
I think Troy does,
chicken or
doesn't he?
something and decide it's going to have the roast and
Until it's off
can't
to the
take,
sawmill.
can't take Matilda. You know what I mean?
Scroby gets the ball from Peter Bampton, earns a free kick.
Dad wants to take it to the sawmill, but
That's, yeah, tie yourself to it. Kick the ball forward for the Tigers. Carter, he'll fly. Almost the mark. Ball hits the deck. Jack Andrew. And ball held up half forward line for the Tigers.
so Tigers pressing. Can they get the second goal for them for this term? Carter doing the ruck work, took it out of the ruck one-handed, hacks it forward, didn't go very far. Tried to fist it forward, good handball out the back to Hopgood, gets a quick kick away. Jenkins lurking, coming to meet us Roberts, big body clash there. Here's Hopgood, Dylan variety, he's taken by former teammate Timmy Jenkins, taken to the ground. And the umpire will come and ball up just on the edge of the centre square here. So 17 minutes just about to tick over. 19-point margin here in favour of the Magpies. Bouncing ball. Oh, well trapped by James Elliott. Right in front. Oh, ridden into the ground by Lukey Roberts. Made him earn that. That'd make you feel for a man who's probably got sore ribs anyway. But bounces up and runs off. So the Academy boy will pitch it right in front of our broadcast spot here, the Ferrari wing stand side. Braidwood gets it down. Hopgood wrapped up once again by Jenkins for a second successive tackle. So umpire Holmes will come and ball it up wearing the sun hat. Why not? Sun out at the moment here in the Adelaide Hills. Beautiful day for football. Taken by Peter Bampton. Curls it back from the boundary line, but getting back is Xander, who's doing some very good things.
Yeah, I was going to say that, Pistols.
Cameron Xander.
Absolutely. Yeah, he's playing very nicely. Hahndorf go forward again. Luke Roberts. Oh!
That is just too good.
He's the best forward on the ground at the moment. Kicks the ball forward.
This mightn't be the best kick on the ground.
Look at that. Shouldn't have said that, should I? Someone else. Daniel Roberts now back on the ground.
Picked out Fuller nicely. He puts it up and
Yep.
finds Maxwell.
Maxwell takes the mark, half back line. Eyes are darting. So Maxwell, short pass, finds Fuller. Centre half back. Need a couple more before three-quarter time, the Tigers. It's currently at 19 points the margin. The Squid, Giorgio, half back line, steers the ball along the wing. Dan Roberts sets himself.
Ooh. Come down rather awkwardly, the big man. He's all right. So important to their premiership aspirations.
Just having a look at Luke Roberts' mark again here.
So Daniel takes it as back for the live action, hacks it forward. One grab, two grab.
Oh, hang
Ball
on.
claimed there. He's claimed the mark. Probably did have first touch as Xander. It's Daniel Xander. Thought about handball to his brother, but still a bit undecided. Decides to go along the lead here of Nycamp. Over the top of that.
Oh, Luke Roberts.
Luke Roberts got his hands to it. No play on to the umpire. Comes back into the Tigers, desperately feeding it out. McWaters to Collins, who had a fumble, good enough to get out of trouble as he puts it out towards Sewer on the outer wing.
Yep, he'll collect it here, will he? Or paddles it along versus Kleeman. Ingram cops him high over the shoulder. So Sewer. Aidan Riley just strolling through the middle of Uradler Oval. So Sewer kicks in that sort of direction. Cooper Luke, nice handball out. Here's Xander, he's playing well. Joel Parker balls. Collins gets it to Mitch Grigg. So Grigg kick forward. Dangerous position for the Hahndorf defenders. Salt and Grivell. Nice work.
Yeah,
Okay, holding on though. Thought Hahndorf were away there on the counter attack, but in the meantime it's a free kick, or holding on to Cooper Skinner.
Yeah, I think Grivell might have been a bit unsighted. He might have thought Cooper Skinner did have control of the ball. He didn't. So by Taylor right on the spot. So Cooper Skinner yet to get on the goal kickers this year. I think there's a fact he's actually kicked the goal just about in every game in the minor round.
Yep, especially leading up to that Kerry Cup final, Pistols.
Yeah, so Cooper Skinner here has kicked 16 for the year, Benny. So perhaps his most important 17th coming up. We're right behind him. He's pulled it to the left. In fact, Daniel Roberts helps it over the line for a minor score. So in terms of scoring this quarter, Hahndorf kicked 1, Lobethal kicked 1-3, but the Magpies in charge at 8-7 to 5-7. So 3 straight kicks the difference. 21 minutes ticked over in the third term here on the Quarter Wild. Trust you're enjoying our filming footy coverage.
Sam Hayden, the drink runner today, just keeping some K's in the legs. Potentially come back if Hahndorf over the coming weeks. The left arm heavily strapped up. Meantime, play on. Greg, Cooper Luke.
Oh, clever.
Oric kicks the ball forward. In the pocket. In fact, that was Scroby, sorry. Daniel Roberts. Here goes to Xander. Liked his game. Keese came off his chest. Joel Parker balls. Goes out to his brother Troy. Dropped it. Oric. He goes off the ground. Cooper Skinner. Good attack on the ball there by Dylan Hopgood. Meantime, it's taken by Xander and he works the ball out of defence. Big Braidwood flies. And off we go.
Well done, Hayden. Hopgood gets around Skinner and go off the racing goal away here. Nicely puts over the top, perhaps for the run of the path there of a teammate who turns and says, what about me? Bit of moving pictures work, but through for a minor score. Daniel Xander there. So ball to come back into play.
Collins.
Tigers. Towards interchange. In fact, he's kicked it nearly into the crowd. Bit of a bad mistake there, so you can see the shadows start to drift across. Still plenty of sunshine here at your own Oval. 8-8 plays 5-7 on the Sportal scoreboard. Trent Maher puts it back from whence it come. Rolls as the target around the corner. Nightcap! Absolute class finish there. Matt Golding down here didn't appear to be all that happy. Perhaps not with Nightcap, but
Maybe the kick forward from. Let's have a look.
But a great finish here. So we said Maher with the long kick. Roberts the target. Nightcap just great awareness where the goals are. Called it right back around. So his second of the
Clutch.
afternoon.
Clutch. I think he kicked the clutch goal in last year's grand final Pistols.
He did indeed. So he kicked the first goal of the game at the 2-minute mark, and he's kicked the last current goal at the 23-minute mark of the third term.
Back in the middle. Luke tried to get it to Riley. He earns a free kick. Handy break here for Hahndorf as we head into red time. So Riley switches play out towards Collins. Spectators out there shielding their eyes. Got good sunshine now after a bit of drizzle earlier in the day. Mitch Grigg takes the mark. Half forward line versus Troy Parker Bors. Zado's long. He goes shorter to Tim Jenkin. Desperately need a goal here, the Tigers. Matt Golding barking instructions.
Timmy Moore used to on the run shots, so chip it forward.
Yep. Cooper Skinner was the target. Front centre, Trent Mail wraps the ball up.
So 24 minutes just about to tick over. You wouldn't suggest too much more time left. Only 2 goals kicked, 1 apiece. Sorry, 3 goals. 2 to Hahndorf, 1 to the Tigers. So the Tigers, can they get 1 to equal the score for the turn? Ball comes out the back door. Strong tackle applied by Zado on Parker Bowles. Joel variety. So the Tigers desperately holding the ball inside this forward 50 for a chance for a late goal in this third term. So Cooper Skinner against Daniel Roberts. Ball comes down here. Crash their way through there. Zado.
3/4 time out at Birdwood. Meadows leading 9-3 to Kangaroo 8-8.
Whoa, 9-3 to 8-8.
Margin.
Yeah, so Meadows, as we said last year, going out in straight sets as minor premiers. Could be a case of deja vu. Hope not for the Blues, but anyway, we'll see how that unfolds at the moment as 3/4 time has arrived here at Urania Oval. So it's Hahndorf 9-8-62, leading Lobethal 5-7-37. Back for the final quarter here on Quarter Wild. Just a few minutes. Back here at 3/4 time, your Radler Oval. As the goal umpires are signalling that the scoreboard is correct. It's gone back to 9-7, Benny, so very astute of us to note that.
Got to get the scoreboard right.
Well, yes, that's right. Indeed. So just been a minute. So 9-7-61 plays 5-7-37. So 4 straight kicks, 24 points is the margin here the Tigers face. Bearing in mind, Hahndorf jumped out the gates pretty quickly in that first term, kicked 5-1. They led by 27 points at quarter time. Lobethal outscored them by a goal in the second term. They trailed by 20 points half time, and as we said, 24-point margin here to the Magpies as they turn for home. So virtually a case of catch-up football since, well, Hahndorf getting a goal, 2 goals in the first 5 minutes, Benny Goldfinch, and then as we said, it's virtually been catch-up football for the Tigers since then.
And we just received a bit of a
insight, as you do.
Obviously, Perling hasn't reappeared since quarter time. We thought maybe
it's changed.
We were hoping maybe it. Well, we weren't hoping it was.
Well, being Hahndorf's unofficial number 1 ticket.
No, we're hoping it wouldn't be a hamstring because.
That would be it.
That would be it, but maybe a bit of a heavily bruised back, or caught one in the back, Pistols. So
which would still be a bit painful. So,
yeah.
But as you said, it's probably better than the fact that if it's a hamstring. So. Hopefully the Tigers, the Magpies here, they can get over the line, which will give him that extra week. Cause,
as you can see, he's just walking alongside Matt Golding
there. Just in the, rider screen there next to coach.
Yep.
Matt Golding, who's about to coach them into, his 5th successive grand final, 8th overall for the club. What a great record that is. It's certainly one of the most dominant football teams in country South Australian football at the moment, Benny.
Well, let's get ready to roll. Prelim final, country division sounds like it's ripped
in
order.
Ring a ding ding, because you'll be calling the big one next week.
1 point in the margin out there with Meadows leading Pistols.
Absolutely. So, all in readiness now here, the Tigers facing a 24-point deficit. Can they turn things around as we commence the final term, second semi-division 1 competition? You call it, Benny Goldfinch.
All right, Big D Roberts versus Braidwood. Roberts won it down. Troy Parker Boers looking to inject a bit of forward momentum for the Pies to start the final term, but it's Riley. He goes to Cooper Luke, kicks the ball to the half-forward line. Scroby versus Leake at the Jacob variety. Trent Mail slides over at the inopportune moment. Almost a free kick there for the Pies. And good harassing there from the Tigers double act. In Jack Andrew Bampton and also Jake Orick holding the ball up half-forward line.
So you think the moment might arrive for the Tigers? They need to get this first goal just to build a bit of momentum and then follow it up, not beyond them. As they said, we don't want to repeat of last week. When I've already shown that they've had a better second start to the second half than they did last week when they really faded. So Hahndorf, Roberts unopposed, gets the ball down. Riley flicks out to Riley, Skinner. Puts it across here to Collins. It doesn't sit though. Chipping in and taking the mark is Nicky Ingram. So Ingram, he'll go out to the wide wing to the lead out here of Cooper Niekamp. A sensational goal, opportunist crumbing goal during that third term. Puts it further afield. Coming out as Pedler. Arrives right and as a forward does the defensive work. Puts it over the boundary line.
Okay. 2 minutes gone. We'll have to keep you updated too. Just a reminder, Meadows leading by a point, 3/4 time in the country division preliminary final. Ragdoll to the ground there. Tigers player, Peter Bampton.
I think it is, yep.
So, stoppage, half outer side wing. Double fisted there by Luke Roberts. Congested play. Braidwood. Got to get something here to Tigers. Mitch Grigg. Low, kick inside 50, opens it up for Carter versus Joel Leake. Joel Leake motors away. Got some support here from the silky Ben Salt. Turnover though. Jack Andrew. Okay.
Great work out wide.
I was going to say that.
Play. I think it was Sewer.
Yep. Zips up.
Great instinctive work when you get it. He didn't have much time to work with this ball. Salt. Cross here, Gavitt, quickly. And then picks up Bampton. So Jack Bampton kicked the first goal the second term at the same end. So deliberate shot here by the little man. Certainly just build that momentum we were talking about. So Jack Bampton for his second. He's got it. So the Tigers get around him. Could that be the start of something big for him from the little man?
Might be. John J. Hill's back in the house. He's just settling in. And the Tigers could be back as well. Narrowed the margin to 3 goals here, Pistols.
Yep, 9-7, 6-7 on the Sportal scoreboard. South Australian company leading the world in sports scoreboard technology. And also thank you very much to Closey Supermarket for their support at the Call of the Wild during the final series.
And we're on Filming Footy YouTube, Call of the Wild Facebook page, and also Lofty 88.9 Adelaide Hills Community Radio there. Get involved. Dan Roberts versus Braidwood. All right, another one here for the Tigers, and it's game on. Snap round the corner by Joel Parker-Bors, centre half forward for the Magpies. Dylan Hopgood off his mitt. Coming through with Collins. Sweeping handball. Tried to get it to Grigg. Just overcooked the hand pass there. Troy Parker-Bors shimmied. Kick inside 50. Pedler. You like his game. Pistols. Kick forward. 1-on-1 Hoff. Usually a good user in these situations. Tried to evade his opponent. That was a clever handball into a dangerous position to Dylan Hopgood. Tried to shrug aside some ex-teammates for the Tigers there, and free kick for McWaters.
Yep, good call by umpire Barr. He did have price, so McWaters, his third season with the Tigers after coming over from York Peninsula League, puts it high. Braidwood's the target. Cooper Skinner grabs the ball right on the boundary line, in fact, close to the Hahndorf coaching start. So the ball will be pitched back in here. So next goal, ultra important in the context of the result of this game. Braidwood wins it down. Sander there. Riley.
Oh, watch out.
Looks like he's going for a try for the Illawarra. St George, as he's bundled over the boundary line, just has a wry word to the Hahndorf runner there, and Squizzy scores, I suggest. So just right below us in the Ferrari stand. High pitch, Roberts in front position. Gets the ball down. Here's Hopgood this way, that way. Clever, finds the handball, chopped off as he tried to defend his brother. Here's Riley, gives it to Fuller, sells a bit of candy, gets on the left, goes long. Here's the target, it's Zado, moving over the back, foot races on.
Carnage.
Gribble by the scoreboard, good enough to get out of trouble, puts it up the line and finds Parker-Bors.
Joel Parker-Bors, kick in the middle of the ground to his brother Zabian. Turnover coming up if Peter Bampton can hold him up. He's given away a free kick according to the umpire there. So Zabian Parker-Bors, centre half back here, Uradler Oval, second semi-final. Of course, Uradler will be playing Mount Barker tomorrow in the knockout semi-final. Trent Mail now with the ball. 3 goals to margin. Hard fought second semi-final. Xander liked his game. Of course, playing with his brother Cameron.
Very effective today.
Kicks along the wing. McWaters sets himself, and I thought he was going to...
Yeah.
And Matt Golding not happy with the delivery there. So McWaters can reload here and try and get the ball moving forward for the Tigers.
So McWaters nurses it up, and Maxwell. Matt Golding could have laid a tackle there as he came through. So Maxwell, once again, close to the Hahndorf coaching staff. What's on offer? Chooses to go backwards to forwards, finds Giorgio with that left thigh heavily strapped. Puts it further field to McWaters. Thought about off to the races, but we'll go back. He's got another loose man out here, the two of them, Giorgio and Fuller. Fuller nurses it up the line. Zado's the target.
Gribble.
Well done by Gribble.
Can we look at that on replay again? Beautiful
Good committed
score.
spoil by the young defender. So we'll reset. 6.5 minutes gone. High ball, back to live action. Roberts wins it down, taken by Riley. Feeds out a clever handball to Zado, etc. So it's Bampton. Gets it back here to Greg. Bit of class as he sidesteps. Puts it forward. Silver service delivery to Carter. What's it off of Carter? Goes to Oric in the pocket. Pumps the little legs. Oric, will it sit for him? He's got 2 to beat. Jake Oric close to the boundary line. Runs out of tarmac.
He also had Collins. That's right. Yeah.
So Lobethal must score from this entry.
Boundary throw in, inside 50 for the Tigers. 8 minutes gone. They trail by 18 points. Just a reminder, out at the prelim and country division, Meadows led by a point. Ball bobbles out. Ingram and says I'll use the point as my friend. So kick out Ingram. Short pass.
Oh, good intercept there by Collins.
What's that for? It's a 50-metre penalty from the kick out.
Right, see, that was Carter too close. We'll just watch here in the protected area. I don't know. Well,
Anyway,
Nick Ingram, the benefit, significant real estate from umpire Taylor. In fact, he'll kick from the edge of the centre square.
so Ingram, centre half back, will kick the ball out towards the wing. Xavier Parker-Bors sets himself, so does Cooper Skinner. Ball ricocheting around. Free kick, Hahndorf against Mitch Grigg. And that's gone to Braden Hopgood. A little bit sore there after copying that one.
Right.
Hopgood goes out to Ingram, and Ingram's going to have a bit of a stroll here.
Yep, so Ingram gets around his opponent, goes long. Pack Pedler almost pulled it in. Hopgood lurking out the back, comes away kick from Skinner. High ball headed to Maxwell. He'll take the ball in the half-back flank area just inside the 50-metre arc. Lifts the eyes, gives Bampton a challenge here, but 2 on the 1, 3 on the 1 actually. Gets assistance there for the Tigers. And the teammate whose tackle goes to ground there, but you look for the one-on-one contest, Goldie. That's probably a bad option there, but the Tigers got out of it unscathed. So ruck duel. Roberts palms it down to Parker-Bors. Dispossessed. Trying to thread his way through there. I think it's Bampton. Peter variety. It is Peter Bampton. He's been paid a free kick for 2 high.
17 points the margin. Tigers need one. Kick towards the half-forward line, off hands. Braidwood trying to apply a bit of pressure as Salt kicks the ball up the wing. Collins sees the ball out of bounds.
Just need a bit of luck here, the Tigers, like the Crummers off the pack contests.
A couple of Tigers keen to come on in the meantime. Tim Jenkin has a bit of a well-earned rest as Scroby comes back onto the deck. Also down there is Cooper, Luke and Sewer keen to get back into the action, along with Daniel Zander.
So Maxwell high kick, big leap there. Carter in the pack, battling hard there. Zaddo wraps up Salt out the back door to Leak. Joel Variety gets a quick kick away. Stafford, one grab. Coming through there, I think was Luke Roberts. Grabs the ball, he goes to ground right on the 50-metre, the centre square. So umpire Holmes, ball up. Daniel Roberts, unopposed. Just fists the ball forward as we've seen him often this afternoon.
The fist.
Hopgood, Scobie, Riley, wrapped up, gets the ball away, back to Fuller, bumps off really well, and then got it to Grigg up the line. Chance here for Oric, close to the line. Zander, who's done very well this afternoon, gets assistance from Gribble. I think the academy boy wins out, and we'll have the ball pitched in just around from the scoreboard. 9-7 plays 6, 8, 11 minutes, just about to tick over here on the call of the wall.
Hahndorf's defence holding up well. Bampton though, snap round the corner. Good fist over the back, clever fist over the back there by Oric. Looking for some support though, it wasn't there. Short pass by Ingram's cut off Collins. Now this is big, and he's got Zato on. All right.
Well, as I said, Joe Zato hasn't played many games. Anyway, he's got a Fuller across here. Fuller with 16 goals for the season, so perhaps Zato, not many games under the belt this year, decided to go for the safer option. So Matt Fuller, important kick here, as you said, Goldie, past coach, and as Jay and Jay pointed out, 50th game today for the Lobethal Football Club. Of course, decorated career at Norden, also spent some time for the Western Doggies and VFL ranks.
And he'll kick from 50 for a goal. And it's a double cobber as well, and they like that because they've cut the margin back to 11 points midway through the final quarter here, second semi-final. Jaden J. Hill, game on.
Sure is, Goldie. 6 inside 50s to 4 in favour of Lobethal at the moment. So they are winning that count, so well done to them. So it was an 11-point margin. They're virtually doing the opposite they did last week, where Mount Barker was overrunning them, so they might have a chance to overrun Hahndorf here.
So the Magpies still capped on their three-quarter time, 9-7. Tigers have kicked 2-1.
11 minutes remaining out in the preliminary final. Kangarilla by 3 goals.
Okay, so the Blues finally have they made a grand final appearance. First one will be since 2007. Meanwhile, back here, your Adler. Desperation, tense moments here. Next goal, ultra important.
Yes, very much so.
Been saying that a while this quarter, haven't we? So Maxwell up with the ball, gives it back to umpire.
Braden Hopgood just stretching out the back here, Pistols. So Hahndorf down to 1 on the pine at the moment.
So Leak, Jacob puts it forward. Important contest here. Ball spills. Here's Fuller against Keast. Keast out in front of him. Clever little handball to Zander. Can he control it? Goes backwards. Parker bowls Jolverotti. High kick towards half forward. A bit of wrestling there. Pedler. Umpire calling McWaters was scragged before the ball arrived. So he will cut off this attack.
Yep, he will. Xavier Parker Balls just coming back on the ground. Daniel Roberts having another break. So those two combining in the ruck. Here's the Sheriff trying to get a bit of a 50 with that one. Umpire says no against Cooper Niekamp. So the Sheriff, little short pass over the top to Giorgio. He's got a player out here on the wing. I think that's Maxwell. But Giorgio says, I'll just go straight down the middle. And that's where he does. Straight down the throat of Zander, though. We've liked his game. Handball over to Hopgood. He goes a bit of a inside-out torpedo, but it's going to be cut off by the Squid, who has got a player on here in Fuller.
Yeah, Matty Fuller takes the ball. Nord combination there. Nurses up here to Cooper Skinner. Too high for him. Ingram comes in. Close to the boundary line. Wheels around. Gets the ball back into Xavier Parker Bowles. In turn gets back to Keast. Young man puts it forward. Important ball here.
Niekamp.
Sticky fingers from Niekamp. Takes a very good mark when it was needed. So Cooper Niekamp right in front of our commentary spot. Wing area. Goes long inside 50. Luke Roberts is the target. Sets himself.
Oh!
Big marker once again. The fireman stands up and takes a very strong mark.
See what John's had to say about at half time with the kick here. Getting a bit of advice from the sidelines here. Constructive, of course. I think it's aim straight, kick straight. Let's see what we do. Drives it towards the... Gone through from... Oh,
no,
fisted,
kept in.
Kept in by Braidwood.
No.
That's
Goal
the
umpire
point.
has signalled.
He's in control.
We'd like to see the goal umpires
Yep,
be authoritative.
that's right. Don't need to go upstairs.
So believe it or not, Gold, that's the first score of this term for Hahndorf. A minor one.
Well-
9-8. 7-8. So 2 goal.
We might get a draw. Who
Draw?
knows? Timmy
Extra
Jenkins.
time. Golden goal.
Timmy Jenkins kicks the ball out towards Zato territory. Good use of the body. Don't mind that. Opens it up for Sewer. Tries to flick it onto a teammate, but Kleeman cuts it off. He'll kick in the middle of the ground. This could be cut off as well. Keast.
Push too high.
He finds a teammate here in Ingram.
So Ingram right in front of the broadcast point. Ferrari stand here at your Adler Oval. Goes back
Keast.
to Keast. So possession football here to wind down the clock, but maybe a bit too early for that 2-goal game. So Keast goes long.
Oh, Dylan.
Hopgood. Strong hand.
Matt Golden
Big
telling
leap.
him to
He'll
just
go
calm
forward
it down.
towards Roberts. Lukey goes to Sheriff. The Sheriff using the body in the end takes a good mark. Elliott.
I think Matt Golding there just instructing him just not bombing away Fistles inside 50s.
Yep.
Bit frustrated down here at ground level.
Yep, think about it. So the Sheriff nurses up line, finds Cooper Luke. So Cooper Luke.
Still got the goaling game under their control at the moment, Hahndorf, but it's game on. That's no doubt about that.
So Bampton, the leaper, got a hand to it. Leak deflects it. Bampton again. Handball from Carter. Gave it to Maxwell.
All
Now,
right, here we
Jack
go.
Andrew pumps the little legs. Can he hold it? No, goes to the ground. Recovers well. Gribble going anywhere. Collins arrives for support.
Here we go.
Handball straight to Bampton on the run. Can the little man get his third? Cooper Skinner putting in the big steps to try and get there.
That's all right.
But
Now they got the ball.
boundary line.
Yep.
Last touch, so.
Last touch,
salt.
isn't it? Yeah.
I tell you what, the Tigers surging.
17 minutes gone.
Next goal. Ultra important.
Yes. What was it at quarter time? 5-1. Right.
27-point lead.
So they've kicked 6 of the last, whatever. Yeah. 6. Yeah, 6 of 10. Anyway. So Salt. 2 goals to margin. Gradually but surely, Lobethal got their way back into this one. Here's Carter. Takes the mark outside 50. They're zipping around in the forward line, the Tigers. 1 goal here would be fascinating. Conclusion, kick, long, strong. There's a player by himself. Oh, wow. Ricocheted off there by the volleyball skills of Salt to a teammate who fisted it through for a minor score. So 11 points the margin.
So Cameron Zander, he's had a pretty effective game this afternoon, the young man.
Very much so.
Will bring the ball.
Dad's watching down there at ground level.
So one of the training staff here, the Zook.
Yep.
300 gamer, I reckon, with the Magpies. So watches as his son puts it back in. Roberts is the target, bit of scragging before.
Carter.
And Carter, once again, that's the second clutch mark. He's taken
Oh, no.
Chopped off nicely by
Joel.
Parker Bos.
Yep.
So just a few unforced errors here, blotting the Tigers.
Oh, it's gone over the top of
Speaking
that.
errors, finals bring pressure, and there's another one turned over by Parker Bos. So it'd be Giorgio to take the free kick. Just having getting advice here from Coach Matt Golding, no doubt. This is across to Fuller. Fuller takes it close to the ground level, then goes back.
He's got the Sheriff on outer side. He's also got Tim
Timmy
Jenkin
Jenkin
with a
with the,
serious talk, but he goes up towards the half forward line. Cooper Skinner. Oh, good work by Salt. Ground level equally good by Riley. What a sensational handball by Riley.
Zip and zip!
Oh.
He's got it! That is brilliant.
Riley's handball.
Absolutely.
Riley's handball was elite. Let's look at this again. Kick forward. Watch the playing coach in action here.
Yep.
Brilliant.
And the finish, the dribble kick. Said zip and zap.
Pointed straight at him and said sensational. Let's go again.
So 3 goals to 1 behind this last term. The Tigers coming now as they've closed within 5 points. 9-8, 62, 8-9, 57. A ring ding ding, as they'd say on the
Gradually
corner.
but surely, Pistols. And they're right in it now.
So the Tigers reverse of last week's form. So next goal, ultra important, Goldie.
Yes.
Desperation now.
Jane J. Hill, got anything back there?
Just inside 50s, 12-7 in favour of the Tigers there.
So ball up. It's all happening here. Music going off, phones, everything. All on the line here. A week's rest. Parker Bowles just wills himself forward. Tried to bollock his way through, but caught up there holding the ball. So Collins, the Tigers can sense perhaps a second successive semi-final victory over the Magpies. They did it in 2020 on the cusp here as another infringement. So Peter Bampton, wing area to take the free kick for Lobethal. So 20 minutes just ticked over, so plenty of time here. So Bampton nurses the ball forward. Will it clear? Robertson does. Taken here by Maxwell. So Maxwell kicked just inside the centre square. Puts it high. Carter territory. The big man lumbers out. Pack is Bampton. Breaks through at the outside of the boot. Unfortunately, he's missed everything right across the face. But the Tigers are surging.
Yes. 21 minutes gone. 5 points to margin.
So behold up here as we wait for another ball to be...
Is it goal on the bowling green area, is it?
Unlike at Callington last week, they do have a spare ball, Gold.
Oh, that's good.
Ball
Right.
on the roof at Callington last week.
So Ingram, Hahndorf hanging on. About 5 minutes left. 5 points to margin. Ingram kicks the ball towards the half back line. Packed forms. Big D Rob. He's got a big role to play in this last 5 minutes. If Hahndorf are going to have the week off to get to the grand final. Of course, the loser of this plays the winner of tomorrow, Mount Barker and Uradla, in the preliminary final. Both sides, as I said earlier in the match, would love a week off to rest up. Some sore bodies out there. Holding on, free kick, Dan Roberts.
So the big man gunning for a 7th premiership for the Hahndorf Football Club. And trying to get an advancement of the free there. Up by Taylor right on it. The big man just trying to con him. So handball comes back here to Zander. Goes long up the line. Racing at his 9 cam. Oh, got his hands to it. Spills forward. Keeps with his body over the ball. Beset by Stafford. Ball held in here. Wing area.
Jane J. Hill's on the edge of his seat here, Pistols. He can't sit
Oh, we
still.
all are. So Braidwood, the leaper. Ball comes down here. Mail. Kick smothered. Great work by Baird. It comes to Greg. Little quick hands. D-Rob just forcing his body forward. Gets the ball out here cleverly to top good. Gives the Magpies space and time to put the ball forward.
Luke! Oh!
Second one-hander. The umpire has paid, infringed or scragged before the ball arrived by Elliott. So
Yep.
Luke Roberts, the chance here to send the Magpies. He goes, honours the lead of Cooper Hoff.
Oh.
He pulled up a little bit gingerly on the lead as he'll kick from just inside the 50-metre arc. 23 minutes gone, 5-point margin on a call to wild to the Magpies.
Cooper Hoff, whose father will be preparing or helping prepare the Nan Oval for the grand final in a couple of weeks. So Cooper Hoff to potentially put Hahndorf into the GF. Goes long, strong, right to the line. Oh, though, there's Jimmy. Big Braidwood Tigers on the counter-attack, trying to get themselves straight into the GF. Here's Collins.
They need to go coast to coast here, Benny.
So Collins in the back pocket. Desperately need to go coast to coast with a couple of minutes left. Collins. Oh, Troy Parker Bors takes the mark. And this to put Hahndorf in the GF.
Yeah. Perhaps that was the moment. Parker Pies kicked the goal, the third goal of the game for the Pies. So the chance here to kick his second and probably the most important goal of the game. He kicked from about 50, got under it, so it's a wedge kick.
Opens it up.
They need a mark here, the Pies. Good crumbing there, desperation here. They want to win next goal. It's all over. Held in there, rugby scrump style. So, eating up the clock, 24 and a half minutes gone here. 9-8 plays 8-9, 5-point margin in favour of the Magpies. Can they advance to an 8 straight final directly, or would they have to come back next week? Ball fisted forward out over the boundary line. So, tension here, Goldie, and cut it with a knife.
Yeah, I reckon 26 odd minutes was the last few quarters, so that means we got, well, just over a minute or so. Need to go coast to coast. Big Braidwood needs to win it out the ruck, and he does. Gets it to Riley. Umpire's hovering, and he says, I'll have it. Jaden can't sit still.
Can't bear to watch.
I'm standing, not even sitting.
Oh, no, I'm just
So the
pretending. he's sitting.
Magpies. Tense. Can they hang on here?
Here we
Riley,
go.
the pig dog, forced himself. Clever handball. Peter Babb that gives it back to Cooper.
Timmy Jenkins wants it.
Well done, Troy Parker Pies.
Oh.
Staggering, but he managed to keep his feet. Gets it back to Keast. Mail.
Unload a
Dismisses,
barrel.
Says Timmy Jenkins. Can he get the ball out towards Collins? He does. Can he ready?
Here we go.
Peter Bampton.
Oh.
Timmy Jenkins down behind play in trouble as the ball goes forward. Juggling attempt there by Skinner. Got support from Ingram. The Pies.
Oh,
this
settle.
way, that way. Ingram.
Composure.
Salters run on nicely and takes a juggling mark. It's Timmy Jenkins, is it? Down here getting up, hobbling, not very.
There it is.
There
Hahndorf
it
through
is.
the grand final.
As Timmy Jenkins collapses in pain, holding the knee. Hopefully it's not the worst.
Yeah, hopefully he's all right.
That last passage of play, bit of concern being shown for the Tiger veteran. Magpies holding on, Goldie, in a ring-a-ding-ding semi-final. 9-8 to 8-9. 62 plays 57, and I tell you what, that's a game worthy of a grand final. We've got that to look forward to. So Hahndorf survive into their 8th. Timmy Jenkins not in a good way there.
Ankle Pistols?
Ankle, knee.
I don't know.
So close yet so far, and I suppose when you look back when this game is analysed, the opening term, 5 goals to 1.
Yep.
It's where the damage was done to the Tigers supporter, but they finished with a double chance, and
Hopefully
they'll get-
Tim's all right.
they will get the chance to use it.
Looks like an
next
ankle, Pistols.
week. Yes, it could be an ankle. So, brave effort by the Tigers as Jaden J has been dispatched to.
He finds them.
He
in
does.
pretty good timing,
Very
actually.
astute.
He knows exactly what he's looking for.
He
Goes,
does.
there you go, you see him.
So he just circles, and he's just like a.
He says, you're coming with me, you're getting the beanie, and potentially some...
Just like a lion stalking its prey, isn't it? You just zoom in and say, come with me.
Here we go.
See making his way across here. Very respected in the top there too, Jay, isn't he? So it's a very good game of football. Both sides can be proud of their efforts today. Unfortunately, only one winner, and that was the Magpie by 5 points. And Jaden J looks like he will be telling us who was an effective part of that victory. So, further ado, it's down to Jaden J.
Here with Cameron Zender, well on the win, mate. He's a coveted Dartfish Beanie, most effective player. Well done. Take us through the win, mate. Bit tense at the end there.
Yeah, she was a slog in the last quarter. We knew they were going to come out strong in the second half, and we just had to keep to our game and play to our advantage.
Just take us through the 2 weeks off, mate. Obviously, watched the game last week, and Mount Barker came strong. Just take us through what you were thinking during the week.
Yeah, we analysed that game pretty well. We noticed that in the second half, Barker really played short and didn't kick long, so we were just trying to play to our advantage and don't just bang it long and all that.
How did you take it from the last one against Lobie in the Curie Cup and then a narrow victory early in the season? Just take us through that and take us through what your feelings were like playing against Lobie.
Yeah, we've had a few good battles over this year with them. Obviously, we've got a couple injuries, so just had to back our depth and really back our juniors coming through.
Yeah, and just take us through, mate, going to grand final and winning the flag last year. Just take us through the feeling of that, mate. How good's that?
Oh yeah, you can't beat it. Yeah, really looking forward to a couple of weeks' time, and yeah, can't wait.
Just lastly, mate, how is it with like Sam Hayden out, Sam Williams? Just take us through how you guys have rallied together as well, and any other injury concerns? Scott Pearling at all?
No, I'm not too sure about Goat, but obviously we got a few leaders out, but we just had to back our youth and really back the people that were filling in their positions.
Well played, mate. Good work, and congrats on the win. Well done.
Thank you.
Cheers. Thanks, mate.
There we heard from Jaden J. Hill and Benny Goldfitch. Here with myself, Jeff Pistol,
Yes.
and a worthy winner, most effective player on the
Just
ground.
how we see things, Pistols.
Yeah,
Liked his game in mopping up. Good user of the ball.
Just one of the young Magpies certainly standing up. Actually, I did a little bit of thing the other day looking at their side, their grand final side from last year. I think there's about 6 or 7
Oh,
players.
very much so.
The turnover.
Turnovers, yeah.
Yeah, it's incredible.
And then in that last quarter, Daniel Roberts and Pearling off the ground, so just the younger guys started standing up.
Yeah, fantastic performance. So, Hahndorf surviving, 5-point winners in the end. As I said, 9-8 to 8-9 as we're just trying to wait to get confirmation of the score in the Division 2 preliminary final. Of course, Kangaroo were leading at our last
Work, Jaden.
crossover as Jaden J has joined us. We just took a Hahndorf goal kickers for the Magpies. Multiple goals, 2 to Luke Roberts, Nykamp, Pedler, and singles to Hoff, Troy Parker, Bowles, Kleeman.
Oh, no. Oh, wow.
Have to sit down if I'm a Kangaroo supporter.
Pistols, we got a kick after the siren job out at
Redwood.
cometh the moment, cometh the man. Daniel Stock after the siren to win by a point.
Oh,
Meadows have beaten Kangarilla with a kick after the siren.
Clutch. Absolute clutch.
that's a perfect definition of clutch.
Yeah, I reckon.
Wow. So Gumaraka will play
Hang on,
Meadows.
I'll see if I can put this up to the...
Yeah.
There you go, Daniel Stock.
Wow.
Kicks the goal to get Meadows into the grand final.
Unbelievable, because I think I said they trailed by 3 goals at one stage. So get back and he it's not the premiership, but he might be
We've had some
Sam Hill style tonight.
We've had some cracking finals out at Birdwood, haven't we?
Absolutely. So Kangarilla, wow, Jaden J, second year in a row,
yeah,
minor
I know.
premier, dominant through the minor round,
whiz.
losing the old Wayne Arthur's straight sets.
Yeah, gee whiz, that's just unbelievable, isn't it? Just. I guess,
And Meadows into the second consecutive grand final, and also it'll be the first meeting in Hills Football League history between Gummer, Racket and Meadows in a grand final. So
We've got to get our heads
Oh,
around
how
So
that.
there you go. You
Good,
get all those
cracking
stats up for
contest.
next week, country.
How
division.
good's that?
But,
So,
but,
good luck,
well
country
done.
footy.
Congratulations to Meadows Football Club, because chasing their first flag since 2004, Benny, and of course Meadows winning it back in 2019. So,
Yep.
hey Gorilla, you got to feel football can be a cruel
Oh,
game
yeah.
sometimes. As
Wow.
Lobethal will vouch for.
That's incredible.
And Lobethal getting back to their goal kickers, as I said, Jack Banton with 2. What could have been that last effort running across when he missed everything. Sewer, what a good inclusion he was with 2 goals.
Yep.
Of course, Carter, Collins and Fuller. But in the end, it was the Hahndorf holding on rather shakily. And just think there's a few passages of play, what could have been, a few bad judgments. And, you know, of course, I'll sit back and analyse our Dartfish coverage, no doubt. Think, why didn't we do it? Why didn't we do this? But anyway, that's life. But it's in the book now. And Hahndorf entered the grand final for the 8th successive season.
That's
Dave.
a fair achievement.
And it's pretty remarkable that they won that game, considering that's their lowest ever last quarter score against
one behind.
Lobethal since 2010. And the lowest for the year. So, considering that they didn't score a goal in the last quarter, that's pretty good. And like I said, Lobethal did the opposite to last week, where they were holding on for victory. They were trying to run over Hahndorf this time. So, should be a cracking contest next week, whoever Lobethal plays, either Uratha or Mount Barker. Just a quick tip from you guys. Who do you reckon?
Tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Well, I have to sleep on it, and I'll give you the answer
Okay.
tomorrow. Let me sleep about it. I'll give you the answer in the morning.
Yeah, we'll
Should
give you
write
the-
a song
yeah,
about that.
yeah, yeah.
Dave? What do you
Yeah.
think, Tommy?
Tommy's done an exceptional job.
Tommy's
once again.
recovered. I tell you what, even
Absolute
the producer
champion.
was getting. I was a bit worried. The picture went a bit shaky. He was getting really tense there, but well done to Hahndorf. Anyway, trust you've enjoyed our coverage once again, and we've got to thank our generous and wonderful sponsors and supporters, of course, Filming Footy, Sports Interactive and Dartfish. Hills Football League sponsors for the season, Police Credit Union, West End, Sharon, Courier Newspaper, Sports Power, Rostyle Homes and MAC Road Safety. Of course, the man we just mentioned, Tom Miller, once again for his brilliant production work. And our stand-in cameraman today in Brendan, who's done a fantastic job. And we might have Brendan tomorrow. Depends how James is. So if you're watching James, hope you're feeling a lot better. If you're a Lobethal supporter, you mightn't be. But anyway, that's the way it goes. Jaden J, once again, thank you. And no doubt home early to bed tonight, because you've got to study those stats for tomorrow.
Yes, yep.
Sunday session.
We'll see how we go.
We
Yeah,
do,
so-
of course,
so
Benny
it should be
Golfers.
good.
Hey, we must say all the best to our listeners through Lofty 88.9 FM. Trust people who weren't able to watch the game. Perhaps they're out in the car and listening on the radio, so trust you enjoy what's been a very good game of football here from Uratha Oval. So don't stress if you can't get enough of the call in a while, like your good self, Jane, because we'll be back tomorrow. Yes, Tommy, you're happy with that too. It's another HFL Sunday session coming up, as we'll make the short journey down the road, Grand Hill Road, down to Balhanna for the first semi-final clash between Mount Barker and Uratha districts. And it's the last outing of the 2020 campaign for one of them, Jane.
Yes, correct. Should be a cracking contest between the two teams. Obviously, both teams have won one against each other this year. So
Yes.
you made the last encounter, I believe, and Mount Barker won the first one, I reckon. So yeah, should be a great game.
And also we'll be privileged, boys, a continuation of the greatest rivalry in Hills Football League finals history since
Yes.
1967, the formation of the league. I think 26 times they've met.
Yeah, around that. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Well, you better get that stat.
Yeah,
for me
I'll-
for tomorrow.
yeah, I'll get it ready. Don't you worry,
So they continue tomorrow in what will be a sudden death. So the winner of that will go on to play Lobethal, who just fell short by 5 points here this afternoon. So until we talk to you again tomorrow, and hope all the dads out there get breakfast in bed, and we'll talk to you on Father's Day tomorrow from Balhanna around about 2 p.m. So thanks to all the team. Thanks to all the sponsors. On behalf of everyone, this is Pistol signing off. Thanks for watching us on Filming Footy, and keep chasing your goals.
got my scarf, got my old coat. I got a footy game to go to. Footy's on, footy's here again. Back to greet me like an old friend. And well, that's the thing about, that's what I like about. Yeah, that's the thing about football. I'll meet a friend outside the ground. We'll argue over who's gonna win. He'll go for his team, I for mine. We'll watch him slug it out right to the end. And show me the crowd and I'll take my place. I'm hungry for the taste of it. And well, that's the thing about, that's what I like about. Yeah, that's the thing about football. That's what football means to me. That's how I like my footy to be. And well, that's the thing about, that's what I like about. Yeah, that's the thing about football. That's what I like about. Yeah, that's the thing about football. That's what I like about. Yeah, that's the thing about I got a long road to walk down to catch a tram to my favorite ground. Use my legs